Let's see now. Yeah, we look like we're good. Alrighty, yo. Whew. I'm sure I'm messing with that scene. 7 good damn. Be good, kid. Taking a rilla and rilla, huh? How'd you get me with a mouse, huh? What's my brother to the system, huh? I'm gonna spirit every day. Balenciaga jacket, your shades. What up, Rochelle? How you doing, girl? Yes, we back, we back, we back. It's your boy, Supernatural Element, aka Hardeen, the Magician. Hope you are all feeling blessed and highly favored, having all your prayers answered at this time, and of course, that they spent all day dealing with you with the utmost care, compassion, love, and respect that you obviously deserve in the environment. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Royal. I'm doing amazing. Again, sending all my love. Again, blessings upon blessings upon blessings. I hope you're doing great this weekend. Um, what was the did you ever wonder good because it's night tarot. That was the title. um yeah, I don't think so. No, oh, and I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams. Yeah, you can put that in there. We'll be back on our grind. A psychic in your lifeline. Tell you in your lifetime that your name gonna light up your city skyline, and that's why I'm 809. That's prime time. Why Divine keep giving me hotlines? We all stars. How can we not shine? What? Yeah, you can take that with you. All my ladies in the house. I won't say that other part. But what you about? All that independent shit. You wonder if you really find your dreams. Isn't that why we're here? What's going on, beloved? Tap in. Yes, yes, indeed. Right, so letting go of the past. Very nice. You no longer have to pass the test of the heart and the feather. And if you're worried about like how you're gonna get a thing done or the materials or where it's gonna come from, or yeah, definitely you're already in the energy of like biblically guided. Again, the Lord will provide. It seems very obvious in your case. I think even maybe other people see this too. They could be anticipating like you could even be waiting for a package to arrive that will arrive shortly. And this could be anything, opportunity, something you actually ordered that's supposed to come to the house, or this could even be a person or a divine assistance in some way, shape, or form, in the form of an opportunity or a person or something like this. You already let go of the past. You're already focused on the things you should be focused on. I see you prioritizing yourself. Okay, no. You're taking the steps. Okay, this looks very good. This looks very good. So basically, the angels just want you. This is just like a reminder, or again, the angels just saying again, keep going, stay in this. Again, maintain this vibration. You're doing great. How you feel now is how you're supposed to feel. Anybody that's not with you, they're not supposed to be with you. Anything that no longer serves that you let go of, no longer serves, and you were meant to let go of that thing. Again, as hard as this may feel, or no matter how difficult the scenario, again, you're in the right place, in the right vibration. There's no longer a need to, again, judge your actions, or, again, spirit can see your heart clearly. So, again, you have a lot of leeway, or like open, you could make a mistake or two. Again, it's not really going to affect your progress, or, you again, you're not incurring any bad karma at this time based off of your actions, is what I can see. And I feel like other people can see that too, and they're sort of feeling that also. There's something there about like people anticipating that you're anticipating something. So there's something very real in your energy that's like getting ready to take shape or manifest. And I feel like you know it. And again, there are other people who are. The reason why we know that's true is because it's not only something you're feeling; it's other people are anticipating that this thing comes towards you also. So pretty good energy, pretty good, and you're maintaining. Again, you've been doing all the things we've been saying. You're not hung up on anything. You're more focused on yourself. Again, your goals, your journey. Again, leveling up and building out that again divine timeline that is yours, the highest timeline that we're on right now. Always gonna be go collective, go, and you go, oh, cause we on go, we on go, we on go, we on go, oh, oh, oh. So I feel like you're in that and you're maintaining this high vibrational attitude very well, very, very well. So yeah, let's see what's going on. Okay, well, now there are some sad people. Ooh, they're hating on your shine. Again, you may be shining just a little too brightly right now. Sorry, okay, these are human beings. Let's focus. I don't want to laugh at them. But again, it's like hating on the fact that somebody is leveling up, making the best of their time, and again trying to manifest or build out their highest timeline has a lot of people in shambles. Okay, it's a tremendous blow to the ego and again the thought process of a lot of people. Again, the psyche, the psychology that I feel like the psychology that people have been living by the narrative that they've been telling themselves and also telling the world and other people, it's paling or falling to pieces. Again, just by you being in a natural environment, right? People knowing that you exist and seeing the steps that you're taking to like change your life. Let's say even in a situation where let's say everyone believes a certain thing or behaves in a certain fashion or has a certain ideology that they cling to, right? And then they project this on the environment. It's like it'd be very, let's say you exist in an environment where it's very difficult for anyone to bring in any other opposing views to the narrative that's already in place, right? I feel like you're going against the grain in a way, like not saying it. Again, the emperor sort of enters the environment and the rules change around this person. They don't ask you to change the rules. Again, I show up 2 hours late and leave 2 hours early, but I'm getting three times the work done than anybody else is getting. Again, they can be there 24 hours, they can stay all weekend if they want to, right? The rules or the criteria now has to change. You have to start analyzing again. You can't continuously be the employee of the month, even though based off the statistics and the criteria, this is what would have to happen. But it wouldn't be fair to the other employees, right? Even though they're lazy, they just don't. They're not going to step. And this, I'm not saying at work. I'm saying this could be anyone. Like, let's say again, someone who's been this is how you gotta make sure you got your child in line and you're like no you have a more like you speak to your child as if they're a person you teach like again then this approach is working and people are like the whole environment could be like verbally abusive towards their children and that's just not your method and it's working you're going against that or again you could come from a family line of like let's say verbally abusive parents or whatever that looks like and you're changing again people are they don't want you to change that they want the way that they've been saying things should go to stay that way and this is a blow to again whatever ideology that they've been clinging to, right? You being in the environment, you're not saying that you're just doing it different, and the results are clear. And so now people got to change, or I'm gonna curse a little bit, shut the fuck up, whatever that looks like, right? You got to put that shit in the box, worship that at home in your spare time. It's not the general consensus of the environment. It can't be. Again, you would be employee of the month every month, but the only reason why it's not is it's unfair to the other people, even though again they can only do one third of again what you're doing let's say right so people are in shambles right now they're having a lot of trouble they're going home they're behaving how they behave during the daytime when they're going home in their quiet time again this is what they're thinking about they're like damn I feel like maybe even they're saying less during the day or they're really thinking about the things that they say their narratives could be changing a little bit but let's take that with a grain of salt people could still be projecting whatever they want onto the environment let's just be honest but you're causing some type of like major disruption let's say with that emperor energy this is a major and it's more than one people let's say in this case from 1 to 9 people you'd have to put the energy where it fits and again you're like the least likely candidate to do this and you're doing it like every day all the time this is they're feeling like it's part of your main mission to destroy whatever they've been holding up at this time right it's not you're not even paying attention to whatever this is right people are like you hear that phrase like leave them in the dust. These people are in your dust. Like you don't really care. But it's a major point of it's a major point of contention for other people. Yeah, they don't like you. And they don't like that again, you're whatever you're putting out there, it's being respected. It's being yeah, people are looking at it as sort of like the easier way or the more optimal method again to operate in situations or to again attack a problem or whatever that looks like, right? Or even in some cases to live they don't like this. I feel like again, Six of Wands in the reverse, but I feel like it's a perception. I feel like you're in the Six of Wands. You see what I'm saying? But for where these people are concerned, they don't like this. They're trying to secretly behind your back. They're trying to speak against you or speak against your methods or again, however you're shining or showing up. in the general environment, being sort of in secret inspiration. Because that's the thing. I feel like when you're not around, people talk about you, and then it's like when you're not around, people talk about you, and then it's like they're defending you or agreeing with you, and like this is like earth shattered. People are having to sort of over push the narrative against again whatever it is you're seen to be looking like right now. They're trying to over push the narrative, and it comes off as pushy or like you're exerting too much energy to do whatever this is, right? And it's always like, and see, they never, no one ever say this around you or don't talk any of this around you. But you're like you're usually the main topic of conversation. And it's sort of like, not annoying, but it's like, it always seems to come up like the least likely subject that we always digress to seems to be the collective. Like it's, because I'm feeling that, again, that little least likely candidate energy, but it's coming from a perspective of like, okay, we got together today and we're just like we're all having fun. It's like the last thing we're gonna mention is like no, the last 2 hours of the get together was okay. We spent talking about collective. Like we didn't mean to, but somehow you got mentioned, and it's like that. Like you're you seem to still come up even when it's like the least likely topic. And this is where there are people who have to like sort of speak against you or make it again. They don't want you pedestalized in in the greater community, but it seems to be something again that nobody can stop. Yeah, look at that 601 star in reverse. Like they're doing everything to try to convince people that no, don't look at this person. They don't shine. They're not who they say they are. But like I said, statistically, and just based off the fact that they're doing all of this, they seem like they have a problem or like it's a personal problem or they could even be coming off as like yeah, a bit of a hater or like you know that like you mad? Is you mad like that? Like you got a problem. You got a serious problem with this for what reason? Like you're really ramping up this talk. Okay, I can't even get like I'm trying to it's like surrounding you. There's like okay, so there's people I don't know if it's a group. There's definitely a person in particular, but I'm getting that it's more than one person, right? That watches you whatever they're seeing, they're very sad about it or again, they got them punching air, biting pillows, again, throwing up in the bucket by the bed. They're very sick over this. And it's like there's nothing I can see right now. It's like this is what's the energy that's surrounding you. It's a lot of like no 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 recount they didn't win the election type of energy and it's like yeah I think they did it's like every corner you turn someone is trying to convince people yeah that you shouldn't be recognized celebrated you're not your aura is not as powerful as they think or you don't shine like people think they're this could be trying to like uh collective got caught for shoplifting back in 1988 like so like that sort of thing anything to tear down your character shatter your image um disrupt the level of enthusiasm that people have towards you that sort of thing this all takes place again in areas or again you don't you could you might on some level assume that this is a thing but you don't know for sure yeah right okay and whoever this is like I said they're afraid that their methods may be going out of style, or they may be a little be seen as a little bit old fashioned, or because it's like, okay, even if you're gonna say that, right? This person, they're whatever you try to describe as. Okay, so then what is it? What's the criteria? What do we do? This person has no answers. They don't know. In fact, the advice that they would give would probably work counter. They would cause a person to again deteriorate, or their material circumstances, or have their three-dimensional reality take some kind of a hit if you take advice from again these types of people who speak against you they're not organized they don't have all their ducks in a row um, they don't. These are not career driven people. This is like check to check, or these are people who need to fill out applications, have a boss, be told what to do, what time lunch is, when they can leave. Like they need that type of structure. They need somebody to be above them. These aren't people who can govern themselves in that. And then right there, they lose big time. Right there, they lose big time because it's like again, you go. These are people who go to the parties and tell the brain surgeon they don't know anything about brain surgery because of what they've seen on like Grey's Anatomy or whatever that is, right? They don't actually study or they're just not locked in. They're not locked in. These are lazy people and they'd rather like take something from somebody or stay in the shadows and like secretly envy and want to yeah like be jealous and envious of whatever a person has and then you look like a prime candidate for again people to be people who operate in this energy, you look like a prime candidate for them to like project upon, or they're seeing it like that, right? We like tear this person down. These are people who really don't like being challenged. right? And this could be any age, from grown adult to young adult, early 20s to mid 50s even, right? These are people who they just don't know. The younger people, I don't know if they're ever going to learn how to operate. They seem pretty locked in on whatever this is. And the older people, they're more likely too stuck in their ways to change. But these are people who have made bad decisions throughout the course of their lives, and they're never going to like stand out or be taken seriously with the things that they present. um like they could work all day on a certain type of criteria that they believe, if I present this to the environment, again, it's going to be followed. And it's like, no. Just even the source that it's coming from, people wouldn't. Again, these are people who are like, their lives are broken in some kind of way. So these are like the type of haters that you have around you. They want to project the ace of wands in reverse on you, but it's really what they're experiencing. And it's like a lack of manifestation skills also with this king of pentacles in the reverse. Like I said, they don't know how. They don't even recognize like an opportunity that should be seized in the material that could produce, let's say, abundance or some type of new situation that we could all take advantage of and then learn, grow, or plant roots around, like that sort of thing, right? They're not professionals that like bringing things into the things that they think about into fruition, and they lack, again, the ability to, like, the fervor, like, what's like the inspiration or the spark, or even if they might have one, it's like sustaining the flame. It's like not a thing for these people. Again, they're very lazy and materialistic, and these are people who would like any level of progress that they see, they would have to, let's celebrate. uh, we made $50. Let's spend $100 tonight celebrating. It's like that sort of thing. Like, these are people who don't stack it up. They don't have long term plans. So these are the haters that are sort of coming against you. This is the type of energy that they're in right now. They're experiencing a lot of, like, nobody likes this or likes these people. A lot of these people could be like losing relationships, being called out, the things they say and the things that they want to do. It's like dating this person and actually seeing what their long term plans for life is like, ew, whoa, gross, get away from me type of energy. They want to project a lot of this onto you, that you're lazy, you're conflating facts, or and why are people so interested in this person? Why do you even care about this person? They're not as like friendly, or like they're not gonna, like, people will be like, assume that maybe you're kind or you have a certain type of warm disposition, and it's like, no, they're not really like that. Once you get to know them, they're different, or this or that. Like, there's a lot of talk like that going around, but someone's not seeing that, or people aren't seeing that. Again, this is the energy that the more they project this, the more they're being seen in this energy, and the more, again, it's creating this, like, again, like a magnetic resistance. They're repelling people, or they're repelling. Yeah, they're not getting a lot of love, and they know that, they feel it too. They can't stop. So you're like, so your light is bringing out the demons. Again, it seems like, wow, this is crazy. You're the only thing here in the upright. There's only one, literally. Okay, so they're counting your coins. They're looking at you as some type of a come up, but I don't know. These would be liars. I don't know if they could come. They don't know if there's a like. There may not be a like convincing enough for them to tell you, for them to. Yeah, if someone's like pocket watching, I don't see what advantage it would serve them. You would never give them. You would never loan them a dollar. Let's say let's not even talk about the most extreme cases, but in the man, on the very smallest scale, you wouldn't even loan this person a dollar, or these people, because they're the King of Pentacles. But again, this Nine of Swords could be multiple people, right? And it's all seeing eye here. Like, again, people are watching you or paying attention to things you do, so that they can formulate new opinions all the time about about it, right? New projections. But like I said, whoever these people are, their material circumstances are, it's not happening in an upward motion. It's not going up. This elevator only goes down. Um, yeah, it's like they're witnessing someone. It's like lose, 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 and I'm witnessing someone win, 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 win. And it's, from their perspective, again, even when you lose, you sort of win. And for you, this could be like a big thing. Like, you could have tried something and be like, damn, that didn't work out. I really needed that to. It's like people don't. They look at that as like just even you being able to take the attempt, like you're winning. They couldn't even do that. Like I said, these are lazy people, non-career driven, not enthusiastic. I don't know what that sound is. Not enthusiastic about life in, I don't want to say any way, shape, form, or fashion, but it's enthusiasm comes very, it's moments very few and far between. I'm trying to see if is there some way. Oh, they're lying about winning. They're lying about like being at the top of their game and surviving and doing all these different things. So it comes off as kind of like they're being in the layman's. No, that's funny. In the layman's, they're being seen as lames. I don't know if they can hide the fact that they. It's like I'm riding around, and I'm getting it, but no, you're not. Or your car got a donut or whatever that looks like. Again, you're not really doing it. There's evidence that you're not doing it as well as you say you are. You're lying about your material circumstances, and you're really trying to put on a show. This is definitely living way beyond your. Like I said, if we made 50, let's celebrate with 100. It's like you're not that type of baller. Yes, I am. It's like okay. So a lot of this is materialism. Yeah, a whole lot of this is material. I'm trying to tell you something. There's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Every card, 8 cards in the reverse in a 10 card spread. And I mean, the nine of swords, it could be in the reverse or in the upright. Again, it's not good. The only thing coming out here is this. Again, this is what's coming off as like a brand new or a young, bold, enthusiastic energy. That's like again soloing the environment, the mission, whatever that looks like. Someone's going after the things that they want. You're not afraid. Um, People are feeling like again like you're sort of unqualified or should you have a mentor or a teacher or should you go to school for that, but it's like it's unnecessary for you. Do you have a way of like sort of seeing and assessing things and just sort of knowing how figuring out how things work, or if you don't, again you could learn the basics of a thing and develop your own criteria and still make something work for you, whereas it would be at 10% for someone you could push it to 15. You have a different little, or you again you have that divine shift in perspective, or again you have that spark in you. It just sort of happens for you. You sort of have different angles and ways of looking at things where again where someone would naturally get stuck or stagnant, you could take a thing back to the drawing board and sort of figure it out. Okay, so also, and I don't know if this is true, but these people they're prostitutes, they do prostitution. Again, they don't have money or a lot of material. They don't have any material gain coming their way that's serious like that, right? And they're lying about whatever they do have. And they're dressing it up pretty well in the face of someone who's actually winning in the environment. And I'm seeing here again, in order to maybe make some money, like I said, Queen of Wands in the reverse. Somebody is, again, can I swipe my body across that thing? That pay pad, that thing that you have? Yeah, like, oh, I didn't even see that. Empress in the reverse. Can I swipe? Like what you might not see on the lows is like, you could pay for it? Male or female, no genders here. Or it's like in order to survive, like somebody, you know what I'm saying, this is like a hobosexual, someone sleeps with people so that they can stay with them or whatever that looks like, right? They get something out of it. It doesn't have to be money, but there's like a pay with my body, like hold out the pin pad. They don't put the Apple Pay and do the beep. They like slide their genitals or whatever that looks like. This is like ways to be a player or speak to someone in a slick fashion so that I get what I want out of them. And I'm also like, again, I recognize my greater features and I'm going to use them to my advantage, right? I'm attractive. I speak like in short bursts. If a person was to say, I'm not gonna sleep with you tonight. I'd like to go on a second date. Again, plan's over. That's all I got. I don't got anything else. I'm gonna show up the same way the next time. They're gonna be like, I don't know. I smell something. I smell something in here, right? So these are people who, again, I speak well. I'm very charismatic in the moment, and then I might have to, pry you with some. There might be some magic involved, right? There might be alcohol conversations. Again, a person creating an entire before you realize you're caught up in the show. Again, you're throwing roses on the stage. This is the greatest performance I've ever seen. Yeah, you're drunk, and again, this person showed a lot more leg than they should have. Again, you got pulled in. Again, I'm just saying from a male's perspective. Again, man, they could have been doing the Carlton on the when Carlton did the dance with Will and he opened his shirt and like everybody, all the women were going crazy. It could be that, whatever. This person, they lured you in. It's false pretense, but that's all they got, and that's what I'm saying. We're definitely in order to get something, a place to stay, maybe short term, or again, it turns into a thing, right? I sleep with this person, now they're under my spell. It takes them about 4 months or whatever, or let's say again, there's 9 or 7. Let's say within a year they smelt my bullshit and put me back up, and then I'm back on this thing again, selling my body in a sort of way to get by, or again, this is like because okay, I'm not trying to make this too dark. I'm from Montreal. I grew up in the '90s. Again, there are real player figures and PIMPs, and like, and this is a serious thing, right? The actual crime is called living off the avails of another. It's a very serious thing. You can't like make someone do a thing and then like take all their money, and it's an illegal or a dark thing. Like, it's very serious, and like this is someone who I feel like trying to like they want to live off the avails of another, but it's like it's not a successful or a long term thing. It's like doing it like repeatedly. It's just not a. That's what I say. People don't have like goals, or it's not a sustainable business model, right? If you live like this between the ages of 20 and 35, once you're done, you've wasted all your time. You have no money, no resources, probably no place to live, no degrees, no education. Like, what were you doing? And that's what I'm saying. Where these are people who I think are trying to do this sort of thing, live that PIMP. I'm a player, big daddy, or again, mommy. Again, male or female, no genders here. Like, they're trying to be like the popular one in the city or on the scene, and like everybody knows my name. And but behind the scenes, again, there's a lot of again homosexualism or downright straight up prostitution, right? Like, I know I could make $150 this week if I just low key post myself, right? That's what we used to call it back in the day. That's what they used to do. Put themselves on the website. That's what everyone used to call it. Post yourself. Maybe somebody's thinking like that. Like, I don't know. Maybe or this wouldn't even be OnlyFans because it would show up as a legitimate business, right? It would actually still be a Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a Queen of Wands that doesn't make any money, and they're sort of focused on someone or projecting on like because they see other people able to do this, and they're wondering like why their situation isn't changing type of thing. But this is their long-term business model is to be this type of like again live off the avails type of individual. And like I said, this could be someone who they're not actually not that attractive, or it's again it's a lot of like there's a lot of magic thrown to make this happen. And yeah, there's a lot of magic getting thrown. Now, okay, this is a break in the energy. Something new is finally happening. Jeez Louise. Okay, so you're pretty much oh, this is like anybody who like lives righteously and again creates opportunities in the upright to come towards them. Again, this is you not living off the avails of anybody, right? And this is also again a little bit with just a little bit more pocket watching again about like how you're able to do this, or you must be suffering in the background or hiding something, and it doesn't matter even if you are. You're handling it again with grace, and you're maneuvering out of that situation, so it doesn't even matter, right? You're building your pentacles like even if you know there's something to worry about, you're like, okay, if I budget myself, work diligently, have a goal in mind, and stay focused, again, I'll be beyond this very soon. It's like that type of worry. It's not like a serious feeling of foreboding where like you feel like you're headed for disaster. You're like, I'm trying to leave something behind, but in order to do that, I've got to stay focused. I'm gonna curse a little bit. If I fuck around right here, yeah, yeah, that wave might hit me, or again, I might have to pay attention to those ships that are sinking. But if I just continue to move forward, again, these could maybe eventually become things that again I was meant to let fall by the wayside, right? I'm on dry land here, and I do have something going on, like you know what I mean. I do have something in rotation that I'm trying to keep in motion. It would behoove me to focus on this. It could be again that type of energy because you do have the Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in the reverse. Like you go to work, or you're working on your career or your ambitions or whatever that looks like. You are doing a thing, and it is bringing you opportunities. You're not sneaking around. You're doing counter to everything I just described that this person does, right? You're not in the Seven of Swords in the reverse. You're in the Seven of Swords. Sorry, you're not in the Seven of Swords upright. You're in the Seven of Swords reverse. You're not doing all that sneaky. Your ideas or the things you say are pretty straightforward. Or again, you have a even above board way of thinking, like righteously. There's no need for you to lie, cheat, steal, and embody any of the ten commandments in the reverse, or the seven deadly sins. You don't have to do any of that, and it's bringing you opportunities. If not, this is saying you have something else coming in very shortly. Again, Ace of Pentacles for again you being again at the place you're supposed to be. Doing what do we say? Tupac said they know man or woman. Again, male or female, no genders here. They know I'm a businessman. Why? Because every time they come to see me, they have to come see me at my places of business. I feel like you're in this energy right now, and it could be even if they don't see you at your place of business. Again, you can't just call me after 10 o'clock. I got work in the morning. Or again, like I said, there's a certain time where you're focused. People have to respect that. They know they have to respect that. This is the majority of the time. The excuse that you have is I'm busy, and you mean it. Or again, people got to take it at face value because yeah, you could be very busy. You don't bullshit around like with the time and the energy and the allocation of again these resources into the proper channels to create abundance and these type of things. You're not playing around right here. So I see how with that mentality, you could have something again getting ready to come your way right now. Once again, out the blue, based off of some type of hard work, or you've traversed a long journey in order to again intersect with this opportunity. And this is oh no. Well, it would be a point of contention if your enemies weren't already feeling defeated and demoralized at your feet. Okay, they feel like you didn't play fair. You didn't even give them a chance to fight back or tweak the rules or cheat or whatever. They said, "All right, fight, sure, again." It was over, right? They were like, "No, you cheated. You no clean hit." So whatever these people are going through, again, living like a prostitute or a a hobosexual or whatever, or being broke and projecting again all your anger and resentment and false inverse materialism or whatever that looks like onto the environment. Yeah, people are feeling defeated now because well, this is how we started, right? There are a lot of people that just you being there and doing the things that you're doing, it's causing a lot of grief and pain. And I feel like again, you're getting opportunities wide outside in the open that you can talk about. And again, this hurts people that whatever they're doing, they can't talk about. You know what? I just found a new place I can couch surf on. They don't know I'm a piece of shit yet. Like they can't brag about that kind of stuff. Or secretly I'm broke and I hate everybody and I just want to talk about it. This is not success. You be like, oh, look at that. I just got funding for my new, or oh, you know what, such and such told me, oh, they're gonna give me a couple like on the weekend if I just come with them and help them do this. You know, I can make an extra $100, $200 on the weekend. Or again, I'm using because you know what, I want it to be cold hard cash in the bag for you. But again, it could be any kind of resource, material, stability, whatever. Or it could be again, that skill I wanted to learn. Oh, look, I just opened up a whole bunch of free time. You know what? I'm not going to waste. I'm not even tell anybody I'm free. I'm going to go get all the equipment and just work on this thing. Oh, it's going to be perfect. I'm going to be like so good at this thing once I'm done in like 6 months or whatever that looks like. These opportunities are coming towards you. This is already demoralizing people, but something could come in the face of everyone now that really, again, gut buster. Like I'm going down. Body, I gotta take a knee here. That like collective really, like they're cheating. They're out of control. Somebody stop them. They're not. Nobody's allowed to experience this level of success. I need to sit down. Like you have like panic attacks all across the board. Like yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're getting ready to hit somebody again pretty hard, or again, the entire environment, and the only people going to be affected are, well, since we have so many distorted energies out here, it's like it's painting a picture. Again, the distorted ones are getting ready to maybe feel some more pain on the behest of the one that remains in the upright. Right, Ace of Coins, Five of Swords, Page of Wands, Ace of Coins, Five of Swords. It's someone and Seven of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's not bad. Like someone could be again getting ready to walk up in front of everyone and like straight up knock somebody out, and it's going to be justified. And somebody knows that the wind up, they know the punch is coming. Could be more than one person, 1 to 9 people, 2 people in particular, definitely stand out on the table. What are we doing? Four. Okay, we can keep going with this deck a little bit. Well, like I said, it's going to be justified. This is in the universe is going to stop this. Or again, Archangel Michael is saying, no, this is like I said, now it's balance. You earned this, or this is yeah, it's right. You're right. This yeah, for thinking that you never gave up hope, or you moved into the space of knowing. You moved beyond faith and just belief, and like you're like, go ahead, archangels, bring it in. People are like, what? Who are you talking to? You're like, you'll see. This is like a major connection here, and following this, like I said, beyond blind faith. This is the true king and or Queen of the Fools. This is putting the blindfold on willingly and taking a leap of faith because again the angels whisper to you that that's what you should do. You'll be safer. Look, they're trying to get you. You'll be safer if you go this way. Leave right now. You did it. You opened the door and there was just like a blank cliff face leading into like a waterfall in darkness, and they were like, trust me, this is the way out. If you go back there, that's really how you get hurt. And it was the most elegant dinner party for the most turned up and elegant and elevated people in all of the world. But again, those that was where the demons were. You jumped into the cold water and you were saved. These people, they didn't believe. They were consumed by the fire. Is what it seems like. And so for that level of knowing, you could call it blind faith, but for you acting, for the angels not having to tell you twice, for you again that knowing that Who are you talking to? Don't worry about it. Like hearing that voice the first time, you're getting something for that. You did something. You dodged it. You've turned a ten of swords. It was your destiny to experience a ten of swords in the reverse. Whatever you're hoping, whatever window you hope doesn't close on you, or whatever opportunity for success or victory that you're waiting for, again, it's coming in the form of an ace of coins that you should receive in the face of everybody, and it's going to be a demoralizing, degrading, it's a really disgusting defeat. It's again when you see the boxing and you see the boom and the spit goes, it's like really bad, right? This is like tapping out. Okay, I've had enough. Like you're really again, you're gonna make somebody submit right here. And again, you've earned this for again putting on the blindfold and following that angel right out the door to safety through the wilderness all alone. Who put this together? Me. That's who. That's what you're gonna be saying. Bravo. Again, I watch this story every day. I got to tell you the parts that like I would rewind, like that part right there. Like, who put this together? Me. That's who. I can watch you do that all day. Put this blindfold on and follow me. Where are we going? I can watch that part all day. We leaped right out the door, right at the right time. Like I said, everybody stayed to be consumed by the flames. It was the demon's ball. You were invited and you showed up, but you left right before all the masks came. Yo, you know that scene in is it Twilight where they bring the tourists in that room and then they get devoured by the it's like that. But the angel saying to you, like, no, 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 don't go in there. You don't want it, you're not part of that tour group, and you'd be like, well, or you going to the bathroom or something randomly. You didn't end up there. You didn't get devoured by again the monsters. You escaped that room. And for you believing, like I said, for Archangel Michael only having to telling everybody and screaming it like, get out of here, and everybody going in there to get again washed. Eight of Cups, you walked away. It's not over yet, but domino, motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. I can rewind this all day. I could watch this movie all day. You're like the best at whatever energetic game this is. You're the best at co-creation stuff, right? So, like I just said, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups. Literally what I just said. Literally in plain English. You don't have to know how to read tarot that well. That's a plain English sentence from the divine. Temperance. Again, first you're being put back in line or again with your destiny. This is again divine guidance. This is where Archangel Michael tells you the one time. Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is where again the lion's den, the lion's jaws could clamp on you, but you. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Wait. We're about. No, no. I'll be right back. Just, don't go without me. But they went without you. Again, you walked away. There was a complicated situation, whether you knew what it was or not. And I don't have the original right or wait. But if you see this person again, they're walking towards like the mountains and the water. Like I said, like a terrible dark waterfall. And it's like, yeah, that's the exit. Jump right into there. You're like, I'll be smashed against the rocks. It's like, all right. And then you escape. Literally said what we just said. All right. Six of Swords again. Traveling, using the water to travel to a smoother and calmer place. I'm trying to. This is crazy. This is crazy. You're the best at this. And this is what I'm saying. Sometimes I'm there and your energy is like, yeah, I know. I know. You're telling me right now as we're talking, you're like, yeah, I know, Natty. I know I did that. I did hear that voice. You know what? I recognize. I hear that. When I hear it, yeah, I leave right away every time now. Yeah, I know they never came out of that room when they went in there. To this day, I'm still wondering what happened to them. Again, they became prostitutes, and again, they're mad at the world because they lost everything. If you must know what you dodged, you're not sleeping with people. You're not selling your body to sleep on couches, and you're not secretly broke. And again, touting from the rooftops like it's someone else. Again, projecting it, but it's you. Again, you have trouble sleeping at night because you know you ruin things. It's not you. That was the room you escaped. So just so you know, again, I can rewind this all day and watch this movie. When I say the intro sometimes, I'm like, it's the greatest story ever told. Disney, whoever could really take a page. It is like a premeditated backfire you pulled here, but it wasn't premeditated. It might seem that way to people though, right? Like, how did you know? And you're like, who were you talking to? Who told you? And you're like, yeah, don't worry. One day you'll probably find out. You'll see. It's like something like that. Or even again, if you said again, Archangel Michael came and told me to leave, they wouldn't understand what that means, or they probably wouldn't believe you. So you probably just keep that to yourself. But again, and that was an epic rant or tangent, but I felt like it was necessary because again, and domino because this is one of those times where your energy is saying, yeah, I know exactly what. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tell them. Yeah, that's what I did. I did hear that. It's funny that you mentioned it now because I did hear that. There's another card again. You walked out. You, You walked out. Five of Pentacles. You left. It could have been the harder thing to do. Blind faith. You sense, but you sense treachery though. You sense that something was wrong, and like again, Eight of Swords in the reverse. You didn't, like I said, the very first time you weren't. There were no apprehensions about what you saw, whatever this looked like. Like, because you're getting, just so we're on the same page, you're getting a reward because at some point you face some kind of trial, like against the good. Again, multiple people could have been out to get you or trying to destroy you or whatever that looks like, right? We don't really give those people the power of repeating the times when they again had you down. Let's talk about what's going on right now. And as you can see, you're getting something because you escaped whatever that was. They didn't win. They didn't defeat you. They thought they demoralized, defeated you. That didn't happen. You got out just in time. And it's saying again, you were outside in the cold first. It could have been difficult to do this. Like jumping into a cold, dark, watery waterfall, and again, an angel in your mind telling you that that's the safest thing to do. Eight of Swords in reverse. Again, you weren't apprehensive about it. You jumped into the water. You survived. But again, there's something up there about having to go out into the cold, and in your mind, not like this is a difficult situation I'm in. Yes, but I'm not under any apprehensions that my life was just saved, right? That I just escaped something. You're not in the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords in reverse, there's something about like difficulty or even like treachery or again someone coming against you. Like you sensed the plot that was like negative or counter to what you were trying to do. And now you taking that leap, following that angel for now the thing you're gonna get this Ace of Coins for, and that can look like anything, right? Yeah, it was a thing about you going out there and being like, well, this is not dangerous. That's why you could jump into that water. Someone else would have been like, no, we're gonna die. But you knew that again back there. No, there are monsters waiting to devour the crowd. That's really where we die. This is where we escape. And you didn't have any apprehensions about that. You knew the plots against you, whatever it looked like, the people against you, whatever that was, however it went down. You saw it, you sensed it, you escaped it, and now you're going to be rewarded for it. And that's being looked at again as blind faith, but also a knowing because you didn't, unlike other people, and again they didn't hear. It seems like nobody else heard. Like I said, this whole thing started. You're the only one in the upright. So again, I said from between 1 and 9 people, right, and 2 people in particular that we can see. But yeah, you knew like again you knew all along. You acted right away. You didn't have to be told twice. And for whatever reason, the spread is saying that that's important. That's really why you're being rewarded. You could say it was blind faith, but now you could look at it again as a knowing. You weren't gonna doubt that voice in the first place, and again, you didn't. So, like I said, when they say, I can taste the spicy wings, like I said, this one understands. There have been Moses's and Noah's and all the way down, and there's been Malcolm X's, and I'm trying to think of some good female ones like uh, uh, again, I'm not really being really good on the tip, but again, there's been many different prophets and light workers and all throughout the whole spectrum for the last 2027 years, and they're like, no, this generation now gets it. They're the best. They understand. They hear so much, and we might look at these and be like, "No, like look at all these scriptures." No, they definitely, and they did. Don't get me wrong. They did what they were supposed to do for their time, and we're not taking away any of their stripes. It's not what we do here. And every time I talk about Yeshua, I'm always quick to remind you again. We're doing the work, but we are not him. We got to keep. He did the game on 100%. We're trying to do that. But yeah, this iteration of again light workers, prophets, however you want to look at it, we're all still here. We're here in this technological age. Yes, they don't want to acknowledge us or ever speak those words in that fashion. Again, to keep it out of the lexicon, so that those things are like sort of prophets, sort of things, prophets, whatever that looks like. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They taste the spicy wings. When you take a hot shower, they can feel it. They're like, no, this one is closer than ever. Anyway, so stay locked in. Co-creation skills oblique. And spirit's loving it. And again, you're the only one in the upright. You escape that room. And for this knowing, now you can look at it as a knowing because now you follow the void, you follow the divine freely. You understand the difference between the sound of your own conscience and again the divine presence in your mind. And it's not like a thing where oh you're crazy, you're hearing voices like no very clearly. Again, I escaped death. Yeah, even if you don't believe me, I got the papers. So you could say I'm crazy or whatever. But all I'm telling you is don't go on that tour. And they could still not be listening. The collective don't know what they're talking about. They're getting ready to walk in that room, and again, those monsters are gonna get them. So again, masterfully done. We're gonna get just a few more from this deck. I feel like one more, and I feel like we can build another floor. This one was very, very well done. Again, bravo, very well done, very well done. Again, this is the truth. There's just no secret, or this is what's being revealed. Or again, when you left, it's true what I'm saying. That the reason why it was so easy for you to jump into that dark water, or again, that vicious waterfall, is because you knew. Again, you had no apprehensions that this was the truth and that people were out to get you. Again, damn, everybody naked on this card. But yeah, the devil, right? You these attachments, or again, the total embodiment of the seven deadly sins, or the reverse of the Ten Commandments. You sense again there was evil here. However, it's gonna go, right? And like I said, it's gonna be just like the Twilight thing, where it's on the bottom of the deck, right? It's not like it wasn't readily visible. You got a signal, and again, you have to go to the bathroom or whatever. But again, whether it was Archangel Michael that told you, again, you sensed evil, early detection. You stepped out into sort of a world of hurt, but it was necessary. It was less pain than actually suffering. Again, this huge energetic death that everyone else seemed to suffer. This psychological was just a psychological defeat. This, what they suffered, was energetic death. This is like being laid on the floor, having to contemplate for a while in depression, and then coming still out while operating in the physical world, and then having to come back from that again mentally, emotionally, and rebuild yourself, which again they have not done yet. So these are people who are still spiraling within the void. Yes. Are you guys okay? Oh, not all evil is control. True. We do need rules. But, humans have a tendency to supreme power corrupt it, even when we have rules. But oh, okay, Mother Teresa. Yeah, I know. I wasn't a good. I don't know. I was trying. I was reaching there, even though I know they're out there and I feel terrible. But okay, you guys are okay. Okay, yeah. But just so you guys know, again, it's like male, female, no genders here. But yeah, again, you guys are like a different version of the light worker. They're really enjoying this level of the co-creation. It's like very, 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 very close. They're smelling the smells. Again, they're tasting the spicy foods. Again, they're feeling the warm and cold water on their faces. Like spirit is loving this, right? And again, with that, it's not only that they're that close to you, right? When they speak, you hear and you listen. You do the thing almost like no matter how begrudgingly, just because you know it's the divine, you're like, okay, fine. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna complain about it the whole time. Divine's like, fine, it's okay. It's like you just got up and did it though. Like, wow, wow, wow. Look at her, look at him go, look at her little baby. Like they love this. I can't tell you how giddy I feel. Again, every time the Archangel Michael shows up, I'm just like, I can the divine is like they love that shit. Again, you and the angels are the only ones basically in the upright, and then all the cards that no. So basically, you and the angels are the only like let's say present. Well, this angel's coming out like a physical presence, but like, and then these other people are in the reverse, right? Then everything is like scenarios happening. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. You and the angels are like so so excited for you to get out of bed in the morning and like get started. Like 5 minutes before you wake up is a damn party in your bedroom. You just can't see the way they're back flipping off the dresser. It's like, oh, it's about to be on. I can't make this up even if I tried. They're like, yeah, male or female gender is here. But again, you're in your safe place. You're growing. Again, you're sleeping, you're dreaming, you're connected. Like again, they can't wait till you start this thing up every morning. Like literally, the Divine Mother in the sun. Like again, the brand new day. It's like, look how she's in her pajamas. Male or female, no genders here. It just means again, you attract, you don't chase. Again, you're the magnet, right? This is someone who again you have all the power. If you wanted to flex it you could, but in your experience again, flexing power needlessly in this fact like it achieves nothing. Your natural state is to again attract things towards you. If you have to, again, you could be the least likely candidate taking the most action out there, but again you have to see the thing that require like again Sagittarius flame. I'm good. Oh, I like that. So again, take action on it, right? And your spirit team could love this about you. And again, like I said, there's like a party in your room. It could be 3 minutes before. I'm seeing zero. It could be 3 minutes before you. It's like a countdown. It's like, oh, they about to wake up. We're about to do this. So yeah, this is like a direct conversation with spirit right now. Like this, like I said, that the like the great one has risen, right? You wake up, they put you on a pedestal. They're like, yes, it's like a celebration. Like again, this is again a deep spiritual message we're getting into here. Okay, spirit want to come through and talk to you directly. It's like, yeah, when you wake up in the morning, I love it. Like again, the party can start. You even have some disagreeable spirits in there that like I guess they're just coming to see like what'll happen and like they're being like gagged and bound by it. They're like, yo, don't you even try it. You can stay here and watch the great one rise. Don't even try it. You're surrounded by like a plethora of angels that force the other ones to like again conform to the vibes. Now you see, in the physical world, it's saying simultaneously in the physical world, once you start to take shape again, once you wake up again, they don't like it. The others they don't like it. Your enemies don't like it. They must could feel this too. That first post you make in the morning, good morning, it's a good. They don't like it. They're being reminded, hey, remember you existed the negaverse. You're not like this person. They have to surrender to this. There's no fighting that feeling. You waking up shining, being celebrated by your spirit team, and I feel like even some human beings like could be waiting to see, like, did you post yet? Are you up yet? Are you out there today? Is today even going to be a day that you post? What are you doing? You're letting us know. Are we getting a little look inside the inner sanctum of the chambers? You know what I'm saying? How early, how quickly will they still be in their pajamas when they post? Nah, they usually like to fix themselves up a little bit. This is an empress. Again, once that happens, you have some people who again their world is instantly turned upside down. They start feeling like, oh, I have no opportunities. I hate this world. I hate this life again. And again, there's something about Nine of Wands. They have to surrender to this, right? You going up creates a lack of opportunity, or again, a lack of I just feel like the hard work I'm putting is all for nothing. Or again, my methods, what I've told everyone is important, or the way that again how you win. Let's say in a general reality, I feel like it's challenged in a major way. Now this person has just woke up in the morning, right? There's a quick surrendering. Once people know that you're back in the environment, everyone is like, oh, geez, no. No, I don't want to take my ideas back to the drawing board. I'm out of ideas. Why do they keep showing up? It's like, oh boy. But again, it's your King of Pentacles in the reverse. And definitely this person, again, they're waking up on someone's couch or using someone else's Wi-Fi and sweating up their pillows and their sheets. Again, and they're scrolling and looking at you and hating. They're not even in their own house. They don't have any of their own money, and look at this. This is a person. Is this a Drake that says that? Like, again, the Wi-Fi is free. You hating on it? Of course, you can. All they want is a password to the Wi-Fi, so they can hate. Not even so they can go on. In y'all got Indeed. We got Indeed. That's like you put your resume on Indeed, and again, it can send it out to all the people so you can get not even a resume on Indeed. This person using the Wi-Fi for right, just to look at you and like as a reminder. Someone want to wake up in the morning and be reminded every day that they ain't shit by looking at you and being like, damn, they're still out here. Man, I hate life. I ain't got no opportunities out here. Again, instantly at 7 in the morning, whatever, surrendering to again, I'm gonna hate the day. There's these people out here. Right? It's something in the face of whoever's riding in the Six of Wands. Everyone else is getting an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And I feel like again, even if I was trying to read this negatively, people wish that this would be your reality. They wish that again you would wake up and all of a sudden everything would be going haywire for you and you have to surrender to this. But an empress would never surrender to three minor arcanas. So that I can't even read it like that. That would never happen. What's happening is you're waking up and you're being celebrated again. There are angels jumping all around, and wherever you wake up, they're going wild in there. Blue streamers, and other people are looking at you and their reality is instantly turned upside down, and again they're remembering that you don't have any prospects or opportunities also, like get up and again whatever they do, if they go to work, or we talked about the other day, I don't really know how welfare works. Someone here could very well be on welfare. I know it works like that. You get money from the government. It's not a lot, and it's meant to be a transitional thing, right? You're not supposed, this is someone, if this person's on welfare, they live like that. So yeah, there's a lot of wishing you would have to surrender to that reality, but an empress could never, no matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain could never bow to it. Mulan, was that Mulan? That was Mulan. I always, whoever the Disney writer that made that quote, I don't know where he got it, but that one is fire, right? No matter how hard the wind blows, the mountain could never bow to it. You're in that energy, you could never turn my reality. You could never turn my reality upside down. Are you out of your mind? Again, you're using someone else's Wi-Fi and you're sweating up their pillows. You don't have Your underwear is hanging in their shower. You washed that by hand, didn't you? You see what I mean? Like me, what you worried about me, bro? Sis, Empress in the reverse, Emperor in the reverse, King Queen in the reverse. My girl, my boy. Get your priorities straight. You a grown person that washes their underwear by hand and dries it in someone else's bathroom. Like you worried about me? I'm good, B. I can't make this up. Again, you wake up feeling defeated. You wake up in the face of the mountain. You wake up defeated. You wake up feeling demoralized every day. Why? We already have a five of swords here. Because you're getting opportunity after opportunity wide open in the environment. You don't have to hide. You don't have to trick, lie, or do anything. And again, granted, could be a slow burn. But the fact that you got flames in the first place, these people have no fire. They have nothing going on. These are people who fall asleep regularly with the Amazon, the TV's watching them. Are you still, does Netflix even do that? I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know. But they used to have that, like, are you still watching? Yeah, these are people who, again, that screen watches them as they sleep. They don't do anything. They don't not researching their career or the next move or there's nothing here. There's regular. There's just being. This is not. This is like slightly above regular, below. It's slightly below average. Slightly below average. I wouldn't even say. Yeah, it's a slightly below average. Now you could shock a lot of people, friends, family. Yeah, friends and family. There could be even a one-two person in here that like when grain of salt. We don't do that here, but there could be someone like that pays attention to you that even sees like, wow, like I'd marry like I'd have this person's babies or or I'd marry this person or whatever. There's like could be some people like that, but you're being greatly admired right now for the work that you do and the progress that you've made and the fact that seemingly you I give you guys this one a lot. Again, Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave out of scraps. Like you're getting a lot of respect for that. Again, it could be a slow burn. The fact that this person has flames anyway, and again, these are like spectacular flames. Don't think that your little campfire goes unnoticed. Like this is again where the tide keeps coming in. How do you even have a campfire on this beach right here? How are you even doing? Again, there's something magnificent, spectacular, tremendously triumphant about what you're doing. It's like blowing minds, shocking people. People are like, holy, they did it. But again, there's something they always hoped and wished believed you could do, hoped and wished you would do, and now you're doing it, and people are they love you for this. And this could be friends and family, whether they're telling you now, maybe one or two people have told you, or I don't believe it's everyone because this is like a lot of people. As many people are suffering by watching you win, there are just as many people watching you win that are proud. So I don't know if all of them have told you, right? This seems like you would have to. This would be like at your birthday party if all your friends were there and they just started congratulating you on everything. It would be like pretty overwhelming. So I don't know if everyone came in like that, but definitely some people have told you good things about what you're doing or how they feel about you now in the present, as opposed to like how they viewed you in the past. I feel like most of you have had at least one conversation like this where you can see that there are people who do admire you or respect you, and again, they don't have nothing but your best interests at heart. They hope that you go far, and like they're counting on it. They always saw it in you, and you are physically in the physical world. You're doing this. You're working towards it. You're plan, strategizing every day. Again, you're executing. You're compiling data, and you're not taking the wins or the losses in any kind of major way. You're just keeping it moving. You'll look at your statistics from the regular season. Once the regular season ends, if you make it or don't make it to the playoffs, it's not a thing. You're just going as hard as you can at this point. And again, everybody's loving this. You're putting mad points. I tell you this all the time. Favorite player, creative player in the game. You're putting mad points on the board. Don't even stop to acknowledge us with the way we scream and cheer your name. Keep doing your thing. We love it. This is our greatest hope and dream also right now. It's something also about your success being a mirror. It's like a barometer. If you can do it, I can do it. A lot of people feel like that. They might not want to do exactly what you're doing, but you're showing them how they can conquer and win in their own lives. If again they plant those roots and let that structure grow organically and monitor it, nurture it, water it, make sure again sing to it, make sure that it's growing in the way that you want to. They see you doing something like this, and again people are shocked, inspired, they admire you, and again you're teaching them a new way of thinking, or again attacking. Again, it's like if you thought you couldn't quit what you're doing now and be an Air Force pilot, like someone believes they can do that now. And they probably could, again, because they're watching you, again, go after whatever it is you're doing. And it's like, wow, it's actually like, wow, even if I don't do what they did, I could apply that method. I can get some success out of like that side project or whatever it is I'm doing. You're moving their thoughts into where things seemed impossible with whatever thing they thought was impossible that they always really wanted to do. People are starting to think that they can do that, and some of them are even like putting these things together. They're bringing the materials into the physical world. They might not have the manifestation, but I feel like over time some of them will, and it's going to be, they're going to get into that full energy of the first time they do a thing, not necessarily what you're doing, the thing for them, it might not work. They're not going to stop. They're going to look at that as, again, compiling data. Why didn't it work? Try it again till they have success, failure, and they enter their own regular season. And in some time, in some way, again, they're gonna reach where you are now with the thing you're doing, with the thing that they start. That is happening now, but it's for other people, it's in the beginning stages. You're already leagues ahead because you heard Archangel Michael and you took that plunge by yourself, solo dolo already. But now in that wake of energy you're leaving behind, whether you know it or not, are a lot of inspired people that really like you and really like what you're doing. And again, friends, family, ex co-workers, it's like anybody that you were close to, and so that in the energy they come out, spirit sees them as family, so they could be your best friend. Or again, if you work somewhere for 5 years and you and a person were like really close for those 3 years, like that person too could see you now and feel that way. It's again or like it's that sort of thing. Or let's say you have like, if your kids are seeing you do a certain thing, and like your spouse, like they're really proud of you, like let's say, just for an example, let's say something was wrong with your knee, you got a surgery, and then you have to like do the rehab and like build your body back, like they're seeing you now and like you're almost like better and stronger than ever, and like they're like, whoa, like your kid is thinking like, I want to try out for basketball now, or like something like that, right? You're inspiring people, and it's going to start to show very soon. They're moving now into that calmer place. They're already having, like they're letting go of their fear, and so now their thoughts are more free to flow, and that's going to move them into a calmer thinking place, make them come up with a better plan. And eventually they'll work something very small into the Three of Pentacles, and it will be something that they're hoping for, wishing for, again, that, and it will be divinely guided, right? You won't have to always coach these people on whatever. You can show up as you, when divine will be in their mind telling them about the thing they want to build, how they should do it. And when they feel like, oh, it's failure, divine's going to say no. And again, you're helping people to create that divine connection, or whether they know it or not. So you're turning on a lot of lights, and you're you're changing. This is you bend quantum, you're bending the reality around you to be what was not real before, where people did not see at all. You've made it real, and now you're, I can see you're causing chemical changes in people's brains. You're causing parts of their brains where there was no firing of the synapses, or the synapses fired in a way where they experienced fear or uncertainty about how they would move forward with a thing that they might have wanted to do for a long time. You've rewired the way their brain works. They're not afraid anymore. Now, when they think about that, it's very easy to think about. The thoughts are more free flowing. So again, on the quantum level of like, again, the if you've ever seen the electricity that fires in the brain, you're bending that electricity collective with what you're doing on the physical plane and how you're being observed. You're changing people's minds. Tower what you don't see. For some people, again, this is divine intervention or something that is shocking to them or coming out of nowhere, and it could be a little bit hard to handle. But once they get a handle of this, their thoughts are going to clear, and they're going to have a much more easy way of thinking about, again, they're going to understand how you were able to do the things you're doing without you having to tell them, by just them observing you and being inspired. This is going to be a process that's step by step for them, also the best way. You don't want to, again, Dick Gregory, you can't put the glasses on anyone. The universe will select them when it's their time. And observing you is making everyone submit their application for selection. And a lot of people are going to be approved. A lot of people are going to get their glasses based off the fact that you got yours, and they can see that now. Epic rant or tangent. Hope that all made sense because you're doing big things. You are bending the lightning in people's brains, the microscopic lightning that fires between those tiny brain cells. You're taking this one, you're like, line those up, and then line up that one, and you're like, line that up. Now think about it, and you're like, oh wait, I could do that. Yes, yes, that's what you did. That's what you did. You did something to their hearts too. Like, again, I don't know, reverse blood flow or whatever. You unclog the arteries because again, you're so positive. You got everyone feeling. So again, it could be like a positive vibration. Again, that people who may have been on the way to experiencing heart attacks, they're gonna start living healthier or something like that. You did something to their heart strings too, or their emotional heart center too. Their heart chakra definitely was affected with that Ten of Pentacles. But with this Three of Pentacles, Star, and Six of Swords, I definitely see you in their brain, sort of again, this wire should go like this, and this is that's why you don't think like this. Wait till I'm done. You're gonna see. And then if you do that now think about it. And you're changing the environment in this way. So willfully bending reality. I love it. Yeah, again, Queen of Swords. People can see it. Again, you've been through a thing, you have the knowledge and you're forward moving. And again, they don't want to actually come and ask you. They feel like, again, you might be a little bit annoyed by that. But observing this person in the environment and all they've been through and all they've been able to become and do, not letting, again, the past transgressions pull them down. But again, king or queen of the fools. There's only compiling of data. I didn't lose or I wasn't hurt. Or it's like, again, when I took that leap into the waterfall, I didn't die. Like, again, I knew what I was doing. People can see this about you. There's a different, yeah, Queen of Swords makes perfect sense. The high level intellect, speaking and acting very seriously, obviously having like a main plan that someone is focused on. And again, you don't want to rattle that focus. It could be detriment. You don't want to get the sword. This person doesn't play any games. They're very focused and they're seeing, like, before when they used to joke around, they used to get all pushed around all the time. Now that they're Queen of Swords, nobody fucks with them and they're seeing results. So you can't really, again, you don't want to even go in there and do that. You're going to get blasted by this person because they see now that this serious demeanor, a manner of, again, the way they operate in the world now is the optimal way. That's kind of like how you're being seen. Not to say that you would put your sword on everyone, but there's an energy of like, again, just, again, let them cook. Don't fuck with this person too much, right? First of all, they'll defend themselves, and secondly, again, you just don't want those problems. This is a person, again, they're inspiring a lot of people. They don't want to get attacked by the mob. You know, people figuring out, hey, well, you're trying to cause my main inspiration problems. Like, again, they could randomly make enemies anywhere in the environment. They don't want that. Or again, people are being advised against that sort of thing. And here goes those people again, getting more and more of the news. Again, someone doesn't like this. They're this is what's happening, and they're seeing that more and more. Yeah, it's like someone's like Four of Cups. For what you don't see is someone is secretly depressed behind this, right? More and more and more and more. The more people like you, and the more inspired, and the more you rewire the brains and the people around them. Like nobody wants to hear a person, or again, what you say doesn't make sense, or doesn't matter, or you should just be quiet around right now. Like when what did Tupac say when grown folks talking? Hey, close your mouth. Pete Met. Yeah. Well, people could be defending you. What? The people defending you could be causing another person or group of people depression. Let's say that. Seven of Wands to everything I just said, right? So, like I said, you're inspiring people. They can't wait for you to wake up, see what you're gonna do next. Your again, spirit is loving the taste of the hot wings and the closeness of this co-creation. It's like, yeah, the ones who want to go against you, yeah, they got a lot to contend with. They got to first of all go against the people before even spirit gets involved. They got to go against the people in the environment, and that's going to be hard to do. It's like again, 10, 3. It could be a lot of people here. You know, let's say if they're a gang of 9, they're going up against like 20 some odd people, and they're all feeling like you're the thing they're looking to right now for inspiration. So if someone was to see that like someone attacked you, left a bad comment on a picture of you that obviously was beautiful or something like that. Any way to mess around, like people are gonna attack that thing or that person. Are gonna again like Beyonce, you're gonna have bees in your comment section for years. You know, it's pretty petty. I see the Drake and Kendrick Lamar like now they're trying to do that to Kendrick, like be in his comment section and put a lot of ice cubes now with the whole Iceman thing, whatever. But it could be something like that where again the environment will defend you. They'll come for people that try to come for you because they feel like that you're essential. They need you now. They need to see the picture you'll post or the motivational quote or like what again even if you're going to post in your pajamas like they again people need to see you, they need that inspiration, they need to know that that person is still here and they're still going for it and that I should get up every day and go for it, right? And now I'm seeing that other people's spirit teams, that was what that was, right? It's like strange, it's like spiritual strangers coming to your bedroom 3 minutes before you wake up to see like what that is, and they're being told by your spirit team to like you can come in here and see this, but like don't get like enamored and try to influence our bebe. Don't, it's gonna be spiritual warfare on you and we're already here. And it's like these are members of other people's spirit teams that are seeing like who is the thing inspiring all of this. They're they're causing my person to actually like get on the thing. Who is that? So they're show. That's what I mean. Where there's like a serious, and then again, the members of those spirit teams, they're going every all the whole heavenly pantheon is going crazy over you, right? And it's like you, me, all the members of the again, all the salt based sprinkles. You got we've got the spirit world going crazy right now because there's other people who again they're not fully on yet, but their spirit teams see where they're headed now because of again observing the collective. So now they're going to members of the collective, and again they're like, what is so? They're following you around too. They're trying to see what you're about. They're liking everything that they see. They're like, no, this is. They're saying this is the perfect. This is the best thing that could ever happen to our baby, and it's a whole spiritual link up now. And again, if you're a member of the collective and you've been diligently working and people in the environment have been observing you, again, you're a catalyst for all of whatever this is. So even more spiritual protection coming in, whereas with the Seven of Wands also means people really need to look out. Because again, your spirit team could want to stand back, and another member of someone else's spirit team could randomly come in recklessly and sideswipe them. And I'm not saying like cause an accident or something, but again, whatever dream or whatever they're trying to put together, again, a random angel could just swat that out the way because again, they want you left alone to inspire these people to rewire these brains right now like you're doing. So you have a lot of angelic protection, and there's just a lot going on around you in the spirit world I can see very clearly here. Again, this Queen of Swords is, and they're like, serve, like, keep serving these people. Yeah, they're sad, good. Keep serving. The other spirit teams are like, good, keep those people at bay so this new evolution can take place. A lot of people are paying attention. Again, bravo. I don't know what everybody does, but bravo. Don't stop anything that you're doing. Oh wait, that was supposed to be a. No, it's okay. I'll click. Do I want to use this deck? Uh, yeah, yeah. Eh, let's start a new floor and then we'll clarify what we're going to see now. Oh, okay, as I said that. All right, so it's all about what comes next for you. This was a lot. Oh boy, Spirit saying, take it. It's the story. More good things coming because you never gave up. Or okay, this could be, or this could be expanding on that part of what we've already seen. Let's see. Because something again, you you didn't give up. You're going to be celebrating soon. You're going to like the fact that you didn't do that, and you're getting a lot of hate. That okay, wait, that might not actually be you. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it might not actually be you. Okay. Oh boy, oh my gosh, it's the Wheel of Fortune, and the complete opposite of what people are feeling. Now, somebody here, we already know we have a group of people, two people in particular. Again, they're getting served more and more and more. It's like, I didn't order the tiramisu. I'm allergic to coffee. It's like, okay, sir, madam, I'll change that for you. It's like, what is this? It's another slice of tiramisu. It's like, I didn't order. I can't eat it. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'll change that for you. It's like, what is this? It's another slice of tiramisu. They're getting more and more and more of what they don't want every time, right? And this is four swords. Someone's like in bed, geez golly, when is this going to end? Or they're having to surrender and accept that this is the new reality that you're going to function in for a little while. Okay, you're going to be sad that this person is winning, right? It's what you chose. It's just going to go down like that unless you can sort of shift your perspective and all of a sudden be happy for this person and start loving them, which again, we're looking into the brains of people. They can't do that. So for you, or okay, right off the bat, somebody's hating on a person that's like looking. A person wants to come towards you. They're home right now, and like they're really again. This is that thing where I feel like they're getting. A person is even damn as we speak right now on it's a Saturday night. Somebody is horny as f, thinking about you, wondering if they should call you. They could be looking at your picture. Again, somebody is like their legs are doing that twisty thing. They're like really. Or again, if this is a guy, he can't sit down, or or he can't have people over right now. Like nobody can see because there's be no way to hide, right? And if it's yeah, and if you're a girl, if it's a girl again, this person his legs is doing the twisty thing because again they're thinking about you in a crazy way, like they really. Like this action is secure. They already know how they feel, and again, they're forward looking at. Again, they should. But again, this is someone who already knows you because I see how what comes next or going towards you or going out in the world to find you requires them going into the past, right? Going into the future to find you requires them going back to the past to find you. So they feel like they've lost you or the connection was severed. Like this is what forward movement is. I moved too far forward and did too much, and there's a person or a thing that I left back there, and someone's like turning around to be like, okay, like where are they, or like what comes next if I move in this direction, right? People are hating whoever that is, whatever that looks like. People in the future, in their present moment right now, are hating that this is the future that they've chosen, right? Or there's a person in particular that's really on their case and saying nasty things and swearing to ruin their relationship, even in some cases, and somebody they just really don't like. Someone who is, again, they've had a hard time and they're letting the hard times get to them, and they'd rather project this on a person and, again, tear them down, tear down their ambitions. It could be even potentially like being jealous of the way a person has cultivated their life. They've made a lot of good decisions. They've worked very, very hard to reach the position that they're in, and they sort of deserve everything that they want. And they exist in a beautiful place because they've, again, curated their life to be like this. It's not someone that you should hate on, but I feel like somebody has felt like they thought about doing all the right things, but again, their general meanness and nasty disposition has sort of put them in a sort of a certain position in life, right? They could maybe even have money or whatever, but it's their attitude and the way they are that like people don't like them or like this is the major point of contention for them, right? For them, it's not even about the stability, but they could just be mad that a person is doing very good. They're very humble, very attractive. This person here is less attractive than the person that wants to come towards you for sure, because Queen of Swords, King of Swords, and I know it's going to hurt to hear. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, most attractive two archetypes in the deck, then King of Cups, Queen of Cups, right? Because King of Wands, Queen of Wands can be sexy as well as beautiful. While the King of Cups, Queen of Cups can be like that, they don't have that disposition, so they would come off as more like beautiful, and also because they're very kind, it's like, it's not like sex appeal out the gate. Like King of Wands or Queen of Wands, again, you're going to be attracted to this person whether you try to fight it or not. King and Queen of Pentacles, same thing. Very physically in shape, taking care of yourself over like a long period of time, age very well. Yes. King and Queen of Swords, physical appearance is not at the top of the list at all. So this person's the Queen of Swords in the reverse, and they're facing a Queen of Pentacles. They know that they are less attractive in terms of like how people just, again, what attraction means, symmetry of the face and attitude and all these things, they're less desired than this Queen of Pentacles for sure. They know that, and that is also a point of contention. I just want to point that out because, again, they're screaming it here, or they're trying not to scream it, but because of all the screaming that I can hear in my mind that this person would do, I see that that's part of it, right? It's jealousy a little bit, right? A person has preserved themselves in a certain way, they still sort of look young or youthful, and this other person is they're concerned that they're falling off a bit. Now, for sure, someone wants to come towards you. They can't get enough of you. And it's something about watching you succeed over this period of time, being the least likely candidate with the best plan. Again, taking action. Your plan seems to be working out. Again, that campfire doesn't go unnoticed. The problem is nobody on this island has fire to begin with. They don't have any flames. You have a campfire. Someone knows you can turn that into a bonfire. They know you because you built the campfire. They know you can. They know you can expand on what you're doing through the actions that you're taking, and you have a really good plan. And again, there's more evidence of that. If there's an obstacle or something slows down or whatever, I'm gonna go find the book or the research. Like, what is this? Oh, in the case of Bradley versus nah, Your Honor, the judge, nah, nah. Like, you're gonna get the facts. You're gonna figure it out. There's only going over, underneath, through, or around obstacles. There are no obstacles. Someone admires this about you. How you seem to like your resilience is almost, again, if 10 is the limit, like I said, draw another thing and then just like ram the thing through that because there's another level that you're on. And again, we can't use this metric anymore. You've busted out of that box. Someone's never seen, whoever this person is, they're not used to seeing people like you. And again, least likely candidate, who you are, it didn't seem like you would eventually become the person that, again, they would imagine that they never met somebody like this. And again, they feel like you're experiencing any number of successes and opportunities, and you're always this person has to come towards you. Five of Swords, like whatever that looks like, this is how they see you. Like you're winning. Like I'm the Queen of Pentacles, and I see this person. Like it's a perfect match to this person, right? You're grounded, stable. So someone feels like you're gonna work just as hard to be who they are soon, but they want to get you in now. It's okay. Come over here and finish your work. Two of Cups, but and this was just at first glance how I can read this. I'll probably give you something else, but Now the thing is, if and when this happens, like I said, you could be with a person for a short period of time. Nobody knows. Not a call. No one says anything. The minute you guys post a picture, go live, player in their inbox, players in your inbox, everybody jumping out the woodwork. Now you're a hot commodity. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, so we again attempts to try to separate these two. Nobody wants to see two people actually come together and have the potential to be happy and be happy. We spoke about this. Why? Because deep down, that's what everybody wants, but they know they have some air of scumbag in them. They could never actually. It's going to be very. Most of these people in the environment, they cheat on their spouse every once in a while. Again, then maybe not to the extreme, but they do a little cocaine or whatever. They have that secret face that they never show the world, right? People, then that's why they can know they can never truly be happy. They don't want two people coming together in the upright. I don't cheat on this person. I don't have to do that. I'm actually more focused on my ambitions and like what's going on in the physical world. I'm on the main timeline, so I don't even think about doing that, and I'm very happy. It's like people don't want that. It's an example of what they really want but could never have, and they're gonna by default they'll be drawn towards it to destroy it, even if they don't know. Like, no, I'm so happy. No, they're not. They're not. They're deluding themselves and they're suppressing the fact that they don't really want to admit to you that I don't want to see this because it's what I really want and I could never have it because I'm a piece of shit. Right? That's most of the people that are just around. Again, they're all. This is the most mask-wearing, duplicitous, lying bastard in the tarot right here when he's in the reverse. That's all he do is tell you, me, and everyone in the world the same damn lie. Go to his secret place and be happy that he got everybody under his control. Male or female, no genders here. It could be a woman too. Showing up as the knight, so I'm just saying it like that. There's gonna be people like that coming in all around this thing, and it's definitely coming towards you. And I did the members 2027 reading, and if you guys saw it, you'll know that it ends with the Most High making these relationships happen. So if you think that a person is not coming towards you, or you're like, oh, they keep saying this and I'm not seeing, yeah, stay tuned. By the end of 2027, these divine relationships are in full effect. And maybe you didn't see the video, spoiler, everyone's telepathic at that point. So again, this thing we keep seeing, and that's why I even said it. I'm like, that's why we keep hitting up against this energy, because like the divine knows something that we don't. There's a reason why. Again, you're gonna have to either take the player to experience or reject it. But again, that moment is coming for everybody's gonna eventually. We get to a certain point, and everyone's already made that decision. And the people who come together, well, everybody's telepathic. So even if you take the player one journey, you're just gonna be in the hive mind with everyone. Doesn't matter. But yeah, those couples are being made. The divine is putting this together, and by the end of 2027, you're gonna have you're gonna have prevalent evidence that that's what's been going on the whole time. As much as you've been like, "Where's my person? Why is it?" Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You're gonna be shocked. But like I said, these are the most lying, most duplicitous people in the energy, and you're going to see them showing up all along the timeline as soon as they know this thing is real. The minute you and a person are together in secret silence, like I said, we guys be wearing the same pajamas and working on whatever this rabbit is right here, and all of that, right? And a person is going to like offer for you to come to their sacred place and spend a lot of your time. And again, you're going to be on that Nine of Pentacles energy where like I don't need. Again, I'm not a homosexual though. You realize that, right? I'm not coming to. I don't need you to put me up, and someone's going to be like, no, no, I know, I'm not. They're not trying to step on your toes in any way, shape, or form or fashion, but they're going to understand that again, no matter what you think my life looks like, I don't need anybody. I'm fully independent and I'm strong. Like I'll be this one day without you, right? Male or female, whatever. You could be a man and a woman is telling you like, just come be with me. I'll take care of you, whatever. Or a woman or whatever. You're letting this person know that I'm doing this because I want to. I like you. I want to be around you more and more. But I don't. You're not saving me. You're not saving me. And if this ever again, I don't feel like you and a person split up. But you're letting them know that again, I'm being with you because I want to be. So I'm not at the very least, I'm not a homosexual. I'm not sleeping with you because I need a place to stay or I need your resources or to take care of me. No, these are two people who like each other. They have one. You guys have similar paths. This person could be slightly more accomplished than you, but again, they see that you're on the way. And again, we do your readings every day. You're on the way. So again, that conversation sort of doesn't necessarily come up, but or even if it doesn't come up, again, it's implied. It's something that's known. It's put on the table and left there, and everyone can observe it. You don't need saving. You don't need anyone. A person could propose or make a proposition, or if this is you making a proposition to a person, that's going to be the what's the word compromise that you guys come to. Is that no, we're doing this because we want to, right? And it's like a gradual thing. It's like spend a night, then over a period of time, spend some more nights, and it's like, why don't you just like spend the weekends or like all the time you can? Why don't you just be here? And it's gonna be like, well, okay, I'm down to do that, but just know it's I'm not doing this because like, oh, I need to be here, or like, no, I'm doing this because yeah, this is a way for me to spend more time with you. Like, no stepping on toes. No, you're not taking advantage of them, and they're not like trying to marginalize you again as some wounded baby bird that they need to save. And I feel like this is a very mature coming together, right? A great opportunity for you both to be happy, reconcile. Again, them with a person that they see again has the horizons. Again, your future looks super bright. You're intelligent. You're the type of person I've been looking for that I didn't think I'd ever meet, and also I didn't think if I ever met this person again that it would be you. You're like a again, you're like one of those people that those 14-year-olds that graduates from university, and you already have like two master's degrees. Again, you're the least likely candidate, but there's no you get around over. You seem to be able to again your mind in the physical world. You can problem solving at the highest level. Again, this is the two of cups. This is what someone a reconciliation with a person like this. That's what I mean. Someone's looking towards their past. They know you already. They feel like time went too far ahead, where they were working independently, successfully, but without you. And now it's like, where are you? I'm opening the door and I'm looking outside, and again, I've secured my life in a certain way, or again, maybe over the last month or whatever, I've had a lot of success, and that's what I set out to do. But now, it's not fashioned to the wall. It's not secure here where I am. In my, if this person turns around, they face their again, they're on the they're like on the villa of their castle, like the edge of their castle wall. If I turn around, I'm going back into my empire. It's like all that is secured behind me, but like what else is there? Like in the I've already created this world, but in the grander world around me, there's something that's missing. I've got to go out there and search for it. And again, that's what I'm saying. Where that's this what I said. Somebody is like they could be so on the verge, like this rabbit. It represents fertility and like wanting to like rabbits. Like I'm saying, somebody is like thinking about this journey, looking at you. You're in their mind, and like again, their legs are doing the twisty thing, or they can't stand up, or they can poke somebody's eye out, and it's like yeah, again, like just lick their nipples already. Send a message. Either way, even though I'm saying that doesn't matter because that's what happens anyway. I'm just looking at this. I'm gonna just be looking at this person in the meantime. Like it just seems weird that, and all of this is the wheel of fortune. Like I said, the angels. This is happening. It's like I told you, the divine wants this to happen. It's gonna happen, and later on in the timeline, it's gonna make a lot more sense. It will make a lot more sense. Bottom of the deck, the opposite of what these people are experiencing. They're getting more and more and more of what they don't want, what I don't want to hear. Again, this is another slice of tiramisu, and yes, I know you're allergic to coffee. I don't give a fuck. That's how the universe is dealing with them. You're getting the opposite. You're gonna get more and more and more of what you want. Oh my gosh, this was the greatest squid ink, shrimp, and scallop scampi pasta ever. And they're gonna say, and you know what's behind this door? Another plate of again, you're gonna get more and more and more of what you want out of this game show again, or again, spinning the wheel in the Cosmic Casino. We had something like that. Someone's about to hit big because again, they've been taking all the risks, and again, they're gonna bet it on that last one, and again, that spin of the wheel. Oh boy! So expect a lot of hate, jealousy, and this sort of thing. Now, you could get an invitation to go somewhere and say at some point you're too busy, you're too locked in, and this in turn brings you another this is again what spirit wants. Yes, avoid the people, or avoid there's nothing. You have a good time, but you're not learning or getting anything out of this but a good time, good memory, free will and discernment. But you seem like you'd be a lot happier if you didn't, and you focused on that thing where like you're focusing on that thing where you see the obstacles and you're able to get around again, whatever the career or the fitness goal is, like your side project, whatever that thing is you've been working on, whatever that looks like. You are happier doing that, and spirit says you would be. So it's not surprising that you could turn down invitations to go places, and like that's not important to you, or you could have recently done that. Doesn't change anything. If anything, what you've done is proven to spirit that again you qualify for this person to come, that you qualify for this divine meeting between you and a person. That again, it seems like it leads into something greater, right? If you feel like avoiding the crowd recently was the wrong thing to do, you could still be on the right path. very something's coming in. It's going to make you very happy. Again, spirit's going to bring the sun out regardless, right? You don't have to do anything but eventually get on your horse and ride around and just bask in the sunshine. Again, a conversation coming between you and a person that's like, things went too far, and I really admire you and all that you're doing, and like, someone really wants to tell you, even if it's like they're shy and they say it in like a subtle way, you're gonna get the gist of what they're saying. It's gonna be loud and clear to you. It'll be definitely speaking your language. Also, whoever that mean person is, this is their good karma. This is a spirit does this a lot. It's like they're like, when is my good karma good? No, this is, remember? You wanted to be mean and nasty. You get mean and nasty things. This is the good thing. You're a mean and nasty person. You don't like, you now you don't like it. Wow. Spirit's like, wow, wow, wow. Look at them. They ask for nothing but good things. They're getting good things. Right? They worked for it, but they're gonna get, look, they passed the trials, they're gonna get good things. You said you wanted terrible things. Terrible things. Oh no, sorry. I thought you knew you can't direct that at someone else. It's about what you wanted. All we heard was terrible things, terrible things, terrible things. So you have them. No, this is the wheel of fortune in the upright. This is what you get. Your good luck is the terrible reality you experience, because again, that's what you've been projecting, right? That's what you wanted to exist around you. Someone's in that sort of, you should know. Someone's in that energy right now. They're confused about like why, and it could not even just be you, or like other things are going up for people, and like again, they're still in this mean, that they're constantly having to hate and say vicious and mean things, and like make plot like, oh, someone wants to just ruin your day in any way they can, or ruin people's day, or whatever that looks like, right? And they don't understand why their day keeps getting ruined, or again, they keep getting the negative end of the stick, and it's like, yeah, that's what you want. That's what you like. You project negativity. You want to be in a negative space. You don't want to be in a beautiful garden with all your creations, and again, manifesting and thinking of, no, that's not how you think. You talk shit. So now the shit all around you, you're like, oh, it stinks in here. It smells like shit. That spirit's confused. Again, you can't direct. Oh, you thought, no, because you can't direct it. You just say what it is you want to experience, and it'll happen. Over time, it'll happen. You've been saying negativity, so negativity surrounds you. Like, what do you? That is the wheel of fortune. What are you talking about? Someone's just like, again, arguing with heaven whether this is the wheel of fortune in the reverse or the wheel of fortune, and heaven is like stating vehemently that no, this is the good luck that you brought on yourself, is mean and nasty things, because that's what you projected. That was the thing we thought, the good thing. That's what you were so about it. You like red Ferraris, then we gave you a red Ferrari. What do you mean you don't like it? It's very akin to that. Like, we're, and spirit is doing a thing where they're being, again, you can see they're playing this person hard, but it's because, again, you had every many opportunities to come out of this energy and you never wanted to. So now this is all manifesting around you. It's like it's too late to be, again, it's that thing about pray before you go to a place, so that if something happens, you're not like, oh my God, no, please. It's very hard for the angels to swoop in instantly and change reality. Everyone would see the angels. No, you got to make sure they're there around you. So again, when the danger is forming, they already see it. And they're, like I said, Archangel Michael is going to say, go outside now, jump in that waterfall, or forever be consumed by these monsters. And you're going to have to hear that. Again, it has to work this way. You got to treat spirit like it's a separate consciousness that actually thinks and feels too, because that's what it is. And again, if you're telling me right now, like, did you, oh, did you bring the extra battery pack? It's like, no, I didn't think we would need it. Oh, now the car broke down and everybody's phone is dying. It's like, well, we should have prepared. This is the actual thing. It's like, oh, now, no, this is what we've cultivated. Again, we were stupid. We should have brought the battery pack. We knew that it could die or whatever that was, right? So spirit is sort of like, things kind of work exactly in this fundamental way. You think you're projecting negativity at a person or a scenario. No, you're just projecting negativity. So now when it's harvest, when it's time to reap all those harvests, don't be surprised again when all your fruits, or again, all your harvests look half rotten or eaten by worms or whatever that looks like. That's what you did. That those were the seeds you planted. So yeah, getting played hard by spirit, but no violation of universal law at all. This is how it's gonna. That's why in the age of Aquarius, this is how it works. Before, I think you were able to do that. All the evil eyeing and the spell, it could work, like, a person could get torn down. Now it's not working the same anymore. It doesn't work like that anymore. Again, you evil eye, you're the one that, like, when it used to be like, oh, that you be the one that, no, now you really will be the one that goes blind. Or again, or now all of a sudden you got into a fight, someone punch you in your eye, and now you have eye surgery or whatever. You're going to be the one whose eye is affected, right? It's not going to go to that person. The age of Aquarius does not work like that. You're just screaming into a spiritual echo chamber, and everything is going to be reflected back at you. So if you're spewing out positivity, eventually that comes back. Yeah, someone's not, again, these people aren't understanding how the rules work, and they're just doing whatever. So yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't like this. This person again. There's still this person wants to come towards you. There's still, well, why is that? Let me see. There's still okay, okay, all right. I need one to clarify all of that. Yeah, whatever with this person. Leave them. They're gonna pop. No, what if they're a player? Okay, yeah, stay there. Again, and there's nothing you have to worry about, nothing you have to do. Again, it's all going according to plan. Basically, what this person is saying, like, yeah, they're sitting down again, horny legs tied in a damn knot. They know they're thinking about this, but they're still like, what if I get hurt? Oh yeah, okay, stay there. Keep thinking that. Again, we're not even doing that with this person anymore. Again, I see the way your energy is reacting. Again, yeah, no, no, no. We're gonna move forward. Yeah, just the way you've been instructed. No, no, no. This person knows you're amazing. Everyone knows you're amazing. No, I'm not gonna play the sitcom game with you now. No. Come to collective when you're ready, and we already know that you come towards collective. So do what you're doing tonight. We're not. We're gonna continue on with the story. We're not gonna get caught up in whatever that person's dealing with right now. Like I said, this person, whoever the mean person is, they are also broke, busted, disgusted, no prospects, no vision, no direction in life. They know what the hell they're doing. They're just being mean. And like I said, this is your wheel of fortune. You see now, you see how in the physical world, like no one's they're not making any money. They're not getting donations to their charity. Again, whatever this is that they were carrying, they don't have this. Again, car crashed already, whatever. They lost it. They lost the money. They never made it to the bank to make the bill payment, whatever that looks like. Person again, broke, busted, disgusted, mean, and asshole. Now they're wondering why again the reality is falling apart. And again, how is this the good luck? Because you spewed broke, busted, disgusted, mean, asshole into the universe at an alarming rate for an extended period of time. So now the wheel is not getting stuck. It's turning right all that crap right back onto you. And spirit's like, yo, do better. Be a better person. Learn from your mistakes. And this is for someone who may continue to challenge the divine on that front. Feel like the world owes them something or whatever. Revenge plots. Again, they're not learning, whoever that is, they're not learning the lesson. And they're going to continue to experience like bad while good things happen. And this is the only good that can come to them because this is the best that they've done is being mean. And it could be some like thwarting of other people's progress or whatever that looks like, right? Because this amount of material stagnation and upheaval, like you've done things to other people, this is backfire for sure. So like lessons still being learned. You look at again the party situation, Seven of Pentacles. It's not what it used to be for you. It doesn't excite you the same. Even if you, I feel like it doesn't excite you the same, or it'd have to be a pretty high end part. There is like one sort of celebration that you're like, oh no, if it was that, I'd do that. But all the rest of this looks like weak and petty. You don't look like it's to you. It's like it's not even worth showing up in the physical. Yeah, fool in the reverse. What am I saying? You're like, nah. It's not like it ain't like it used to be, Natty. It ain't. It really ain't. The truth is, Ace of Swords. Like I said, you want to be home in your workshop again, being this the least likely competitor to freaking win or to figure it out. Yeah, Ace of Swords. And again, being in this energy, again, your mind is the clearest. You can go the furthest like this, and you're. I mean, I think you're noticing that. Aw, but all the male or female, no genders here. All the little players and whores are sad. All the little players and whores are sad that you won't play with them. They're understanding that this is the truth too. That you weak bastards, I have no time for you. You're beneath me. You not showing up is giving that impression, like, oh, you've tossed us away, huh? You really think you're better than us. But the thing about it is, no matter what they think, there's evidence to support that. Yes, you are a higher quality human being than most of these people. Yes, you are. You're a lot more loyal, trustworthy. You don't put your problems on other people. Again, you don't pay with your body. You don't swipe your genitals across the pay screen. Like you have money or resources. You have like your upstanding character. You confront your problems or whatever that is. You don't. again, sink into depression and woe is me and get the crowd on your side to fight the battles, and like you're not just not like that. You're a higher quality individual than most of these individuals. Yes, you are. It's a well known thing. Yeah, and then again, seven of wands, like you being in that energy of like I just want to focus on what I'm doing and like build out my own success. Seven of wands, defending this again with the utmost fierceness. Because yeah, you're locked in. Your friend or the nation that you work with, that again you've gone into accord with this excuse me, the intimate relationship that you, or partnership that you have is again with this co-creation or whatever this is, whatever's creating the opportunities, right? Whatever makes this Ace of Pentacles, that is the other person that you're working with, right? It's your ambition or that thing that you're building out. That Three of Pentacles, it exists as like a, you know how like corporations are separate entities from people. It's like something like that. Sometimes you could be starting a corporation or have started, or again have your own corporation. Entrepreneur, put the energy where it fits. Even if it's not that, again, you're focused towards building out a better life, or again, going to work more on time, saving your money, being more responsible, that sort of thing. It's like, yeah, that is your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife, or whatever. And that's the relationship that you defend again to the death because you're getting the most out of that. You're more happy. Like, like I said, you could go out and have a good time. That's all you're gonna get. No results, no progress, no. There's nothing like that. You're gonna wake up tomorrow and like that was good. 2 days after that, you probably won't even be thinking about it the same, and you'll still be here. You're more like thinking about I'm here. Like I'm not. There's no coming back and thinking I'll still be here. I'm here now. I don't leave. I don't ever put this thing out of my mind. Yeah, it's like your child, or again, like your spouse, or something like that. People feel like you, again, you got the bank. You're hiding it. Pocket watching at its finest. Yeah, look at that. There you are again, right? Like I said, Hermit in Ace of Pentacles, Hermit in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles. This is already you. We already know that this is you. So again, people pocket watching big time. They think you have the bag. They see all that progress that you're capable of making and that you are making. And your general, I don't need nobody. Like, why wouldn't you need anybody? That's a person. That's a man or woman of means, right? Why don't they need any of us or anybody? Or why don't they talk to any? Why don't they want to come to the parties? Why are all the hoes and the? Why does everyone? Yeah, because they probably figured it out, and we're over here again, crumb bones. We're still scratching our heads. We know we are. They know we are. They're hiding it. They have the money. They won already, right? Why are they even still here? Some people feel like you could like move away or fly away, disappear again. You have it. You're good. You've secretly got a $500,000 tucked. And again, you're outside with like 200,000 or whatever that looks like, 150,000, and it's like yeah, you're just joking around with everybody. You could totally like buy a house in Anguilla or whatever and just move away and disappear forever. That's how people feel. You feel like you're hiding that fact about yourself. Like you're a lot more wealthier. You've accumulated a lot more finances, resources, or you may live in a more beautiful place than like they're thinking or whatever, and all this could have already taken place and you're just like hiding it and like pretending with everyone, what did Jay-Z say? You're not fully prepared for this new world order, so I keep it gutted with you like sunflower seeds and quarter waters. And he said that in like 1997, right? And then he became the biggest music mogul of all time. So you have to wonder how long did he know that that was baked into the cake, if he was just, again, they weren't fully prepared to hear that that's what it would eventually be. So he just, played around with them until the time when they would have to accept it, is what that basically means. And people feel like you're playing them like that. You're just keeping it gutter with them for now until the big transition. And then one day you'll be like, again, you'll control all of this. And it's like, well, how did they do that? It's like, oh, it was the plan all along. That's why they were just, again, they were placating us. Because, again, they had to feed they were just feeding us baby food because they know we couldn't actually handle steak or real food or whatever that was. So they just played with us. We're children to them. It's like, and this goes back to again your intellect being on another level. People feel like you're playing them, or you again. There's the cat's paw. There's something that they don't see, and even if they tried, even if they looked right at it, they probably 100 people. Only you're gonna see what that. That's just a rock. Throw it down. You're like, no, 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 bring here. Give it to me. Give it to me. Do you know that that's the portal out of this reality? Again, jump into the dark waterfall. Don't go back into the party. That is, they're not serving food. They're gonna eat you. I'm going in the water. Again, that part of you, people feel like again, you could be hiding more. You could have more up your sleeve. And where you're in the sun energy, again, it just keeps, like I said before, they were in the upright. Like people are stuck. Where you're happy, your happiness is people's misfortune. What can I tell you? They can't move. They can't get out of bed. They're just watching you sick. There's a bucket by the bed, and they throw up every time they even smell food. They're sick. My whole, I'm nauseous. Wow. Okay. Why are you here? Oh, because we said we're about to say reconciliation. Well, we don't want to hear from you because you're having mental problems over there by yourself. And again, Collective's a superstar. Again, our bebe does not need this. They do not need the confusion. If you're confused, you can stay home for now. Right? The Queen of Pentacles trying to pop out on the bottom of the deck. They know I'm getting to the part where we start talking about you and the Two of Cups. So it's like, talk about me. So we're talking about the losers first and how they're losing and how they're meant to lose. Because again, this is what we do here. Again, I'm not going back to the part where again they kidnapped you and then they shot you and then they burned you and then they put the ashes in concrete and threw it in the ocean and then they busted up the concrete and then they froze the ocean and then they boiled the water and it was so terrible and you were always afraid and you lived in a closet. Oh my God! Like we don't do that. Okay? Yeah, clearly you went. Like I said, you went through some things. You got over it. Like I said, you found your way out. You jumped into the water. You're good now. The war's over. That part. Where we are now. Let's talk about now. What? How come nobody ever want to talk about now? We're there, fucking suffering, throwing up in the bed again. Damn, they can't move. Car been parked for weeks. The person ain't seen sunlight in Lord knows when. Again, heavily medicated, feeling like a victim, down on the floor. Why me? What about that? What about now? You thought you had it all figured out back then, girl. How about, or boy, how about now? Because you suck right now. And we up right now. Well, what about now? Whenever I don't feel like there's ever enough emphasis. Again, it's too much. It's too much about what they did and what they got away with. Again, that's why I don't really. Again, I only watch certain readers and only at certain times. But again, I can't take all of this sometimes where it's like a championship match where you got totally wrecked, and in the very last part, it's about how you're doing well and you could have love coming towards you and people like you. No, let's talk about what's going on right now and not talk anything about the past. You notice how they don't have any say. They're on the floor licking the goddamn dirt. Again, that help me. Let's talk about that. So before we get to the Queen of Pentacles, I just want to make it clear that again, they're suffering. They're suffering real bad for what they did. And again, they could have shot you, burnt you, brought you back to life, hung you out to dry, whatever that looks like. Again, they're losing now. That's what they're going through. Now they're being shot, burned, stabbed, put in the ocean, frozen, boiled alive again, and hung upside down. And they're getting all that treatment just so we know, so we can get a full, a good minute of this part. So that everybody, when people come here again, it's meant to empower you, not for you to relive the past in some freaky way where you're like, damn, they really did get me. No, no, no. Now you're getting them. Make sure you know in the main timeline right now, the three-dimensional reality, like Leonidas said, and again, we don't promote this energetically, metaphorically. Again, this is where you fight and this is where they die. Okay, energetically, and we're not hurting people. But again, they went against you. No, they're sick right now. I don't know if you heard that horn outside going off. Again, they're the ones licking the floor right now, begging for mercy, right? And it's not up to you to give mercy. Mercy would be you putting down everything you're doing now and putting a halt. You putting the chariot in reverse on your life. You don't have to do. There's no sin in living your life and being happy. These are sick people who are mad that a person in particular who they wanted to lose got out of their plan and is winning now. That's all that this is. Okay, so we're not gonna give them the credence. We're gonna talk about right now, and right now they're taking elbow after elbow to the fucking spine, and it doesn't feel good. And I'll just leave that there. All right, that's a little empowerment for you guys in case again people are gonna be. Man, they did this and that. Who cares what they did? They're losing right now. Let's start the story from right now and how it looks. No, somebody else getting clotheslined through the freaking brick wall. Now we're gonna move on to the Queen of Pentacles, because this person is like they're sick in the house, they won't come outside, and they still, again, they want to be in your energy and talk. And I don't really feel like giving this person a whole lot of leeway. We get it. And we already know, again, at some point you bust out and you come towards the collective anyway. But if it's not, if you don't have some type of immediate information, again, we're not here to hear that you're hiding in the house. We know you are. We know you exist. Half the collective knows your direct identity. We know exactly, I don't know who they are for you, but you know who this is. So again, if we're gonna do you a service, Queen of Pentacles, but if you act weird, again, we're gonna go back to how the collective is winning right now, just so you know. Two at a time. Okay, good, very nice. But tell me more. They're saying, okay, Fair enough. Fair enough, Natty. All I want to say is I am honestly working on a plan to again manifest the collective. I need to see them face to face, and we need to have an honest interaction between us. Fair enough. And again, you have the infinite Ouroboros, and again, you have this person doing the infinite dance, but there are no storms behind them. Again, this is the link right here. They're trying to make this happen. Fair enough. Why are you all fucked up over here then? Why does nothing you're doing right now in this moment make sense? Because you think that okay, okay, but you know the player. Sorry, you know the collective is not a player, right? You do know this. Like they don't sleep with people for food. They don't have to do that. You know that. You're beginning to understand that, or you're coming to terms with it, or soon you will. The day is coming where again, this is a person saying, I'm gonna pop like a champagne cork. I'm coming to terms. I'm like analyzing the information, and again, I'm seeing that there's no way that that could be true. But this person still sort of believes that maybe either you're the knight of cups in the reverse. Again, you've got a man, a woman, whatever, here, there. You tell everybody the same thing just for your own selfish gain. That's one reason why they're convincing themselves that they should hold back from you. Again, none of this is all in some this is that sitcom shit, right? The producer says in the script that my character thinks like this for a while before they come towards you. That's what this is, okay? It's just completely made up in someone's mind. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm telling you, the minute they come towards you, you're gonna end this in a two-word sentence, and they're gonna feel crushed. Like you're gonna realize what, and they're gonna have to act like they're not having that moment while they're still with you, getting ice cream or whatever, or laughing at your jokes or whatever. They're gonna be melting inside when they realize that yeah, they're damn like I'm an idiot. Yeah, you're an idiot. You're not an idiot. But again, this was very childish or whatever this was, following the script. It made no sense. They're gonna have a moment like that. So again, you're gonna get your justice on this moment too, right? But anyway, they're saying that they either think you're that, or they think that again you sleep with people for like a plate. Like again, you're one of these people that's like uh, 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 you're a person that's not of great means, and so in order to compensate, every once in a while or every year you have a new boyfriend girlfriend situation, and again you're cotched up on this person's couch or with them, and they're pretty much this is how you avoid paying rent or whatever or whatever you're supposed to be having a house or a mortgage. You just live place to place with your body, right? They're realizing that both these player scenarios are not true. They're coming to this, and this is a major thing again with the death card. This is a major thing, right? They see that whatever apprehensions they're manifesting an honest person, right? Whatever their apprehensions. Okay, this is why again five of swords in the reverse. This is what's bringing them into the reconciliation. This is the thoughts that are in the swords that are in their mind are this, right? They're well, if they're not this kind of player, what if they're this kind of player? And then that's an additional week of torturing themselves for no reason. Okay, stay with me. Because we're not, like I said, we're going back to the other part where you win and everybody else loses because they're idiots and they wanted to go in that room and get devoured by the vampires. Okay, like I said, this person did I say the Queen of Pentacles? Like I said, the person who's like looking out what comes next. Yeah, Two of Wands. They want, like I said, the Nine of Pentacles. We already know that that's you. Yeah, they're the person that's looking out. Yes, it's them. They see you. They want you. They think all the things that we said about you. And there's that mean person trying to stand in the way of what they're doing. Like I said, there's that Queen of Swords in the reverse. Like, no, this person again, they're the unhappy ones. They're the broke, busted, disgusted ones. They're the ones that's really less attractive than this person. But they're trying to convince them that no, I'm the hot one, and I should get all the hot people, and I'm the smart one. I should be with all the smart people, and blase, blase, blase. So again, clearly they have someone hating on you, hating on this journey. They're not listening to this person. Okay, okay. Are you? Are you? Are you Eight of Pentacles and Two of Cups? Are you? Are you? I don't believe that. Okay, wow. Very bold. This person's energy says, I'm way past where you think I am with this, and expect a message or expect news of again, like me and a person coming together, or me again sending them a line, dropping them a letter, or this person already sees where they're gonna be with you and go public at some point. This is like in their this is how they feel. This is also like I'm gonna come to you. I'm already working on like coming towards you, right? And I put a lot of work into this, like in the physical world. Like if I'm this person, like I said, they could be. On the and this we know that this it happens like a light switch with this person. There could be a moment where we read this person's energy, and then the next day we read their energy and they're completely different. Like they're really getting activated again. But we know they're gonna pop this. I don't want to spend too much time on this person. They're their own shook up bottle of soda. But they're saying I'm already working towards this, Natty. It's seriously, even though you kind of gave me a little bit of flack right there for being apprehensive, like right now tonight. But I'm really working on this. I'm taking steps towards it. And again, you can tell the collective that they can expect news to come their way. And again, someone wants to maybe create an alliance or team up with them, right? And there's a spiritual component of spiritual ancestry with this, or again, someone sees a long term like they're thinking about how they can go long term with you. How you guys can become a part of each other's ancestry, or again produce offspring, and then again a family tree comes out of this. There's a definite element to that with the Five of Cups, but that's like way in the future. For now, again, they're turning around and paying attention to the last two cups that still stand, and again they want to make a move on that, right? And they've been working very hard on this. Like even more than they're saying, even more than you know. I've got like I don't know, this person has a plan or something already planned out, or like something they know that we don't know that they put together. They're saying yes, I am, even though acting like a dummy. Again, I do actually have real plans in the physical world for this person, and in my heart, I already know I'm gonna send the news. I already know this moment is happening. So, and between that and what Divine has already showed me, again, I'm down. That's why I'm not playing them so hard. What is? Ooh, this person is so freaking like. But remember, Natty, because to clarify, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, they're like, there they come again. Queen of Pentacles, no players. No players. This is not my dream. This will ruin it for me. I'm not making any deep connecting. No players. No players. Yeah, no players. I'm gonna try to. No, they're like no players. They're so concerned that this is you. Yeah, Nine of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse. They're so concerned about that. You could take them for the longest ride in history, and like 10 years down the line it's like, oh, you were cheating on me the whole time, I knew it back in 2026. Like, you don't even know what you feel right now. You're confused as f. But yeah, it could be something like that where someone feels like eventually they'll be proven right. That's no way to live your life, man. It's like living in fear. Like being able to say 20 years from now this person cheated on me once, and I knew when I first met them that they would have cheated on me, and like it's a little far-fetched. But again, someone's mind is what did, and I don't know if this person, I don't think they do drugs, but what did Robert De Niro say? Quit with the drugs, Jimmy. They're turning your mind into mush. Like this person's just too much. Again, they read the script and they feel like it has to go the way the producer or the writer said, or whatever that looks like. But again, they're actively making moves to come towards you. And let me just make sure. Okay, how healthy are you though? Are you? Hmm. You know what I saw? That Queen of Pentacles is real. Oh, you saw through me. There was another person here. I knew something was weird. So okay, you do have that healthy person, but see, this is again. I guess we're getting towards the end here, right? The Devil's three card Monty. Yeah, I saw through it. I saw through it. There were too many repeating cards. Knight of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. I'm like, who else is here? It just kept coming. I'm like, who else is here? And normally would just read again, like the infinite. Again, this is how the story goes together. But I was like 3% chance there's someone hiding behind. Like I don't know. I just see someone moving in between the lines. Who it is that in it? There's a slithery. Yeah, it's that three card Monty. So the Queen of Pentacles is real, but someone who feels almost exactly like they do. I don't know how the devil's spying and whispering in this person's ear to influence them, but they feel exactly like that. But they you can't plan with this person. You can't build anything with this person. You're the Page of Pentacles in the upright. If you go with this person, you're gonna be the Page of Pentacles in the reverse eventually, right? It's a step down. Not the person I've been describing. The sitcom person, they're there. Someone else is like wearing that same energy, but now I'm pulling on them. No, they're completely different. They're the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. High Priestess in the reverse. You know this. And now the energy we're seeing of this person, again, we're revealing them, we're pulling them out. The moon in the reverse. What did I say? We're pulling them out. Now, there is another person here that's been hiding the whole time. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. You're working, crafting, putting things together. This person could be working, crafting on a plan to collaborate or like they want a cooperation, collaboration with you, right? Someone here is, but they're not. Hmm. If you're doing well now, if you team up with this person, four of pentacles in reverse, you meet some kind of obstacle pretty quickly. Like you're doing good now. You team up with whoever this is, the next step up, you bounce back down to step three. You don't take step four. There's something there's like a resistance, there's a force field there. And this person's gonna try to play like you're again, like they're your love interest too. Okay, tell me more about this person. I gotta see. Now here we go. Pentacles, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of brokey McBrokerson. Hmm. I don't like this. Two Pentacles, Four Swords, Two of Cups, Four Swords, Two of Cups. Someone's sad and holding back the fact that they're sad over this confirmation. Oh Lord. And then it's like Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, if you team up with this other person, again, the devil's best looking smelling zombie, the person whose blood is infected, but you and there's something about that, like this other person, don't ever sleep with them. Don't ever sleep with them. Like I said, I'm not saying that someone is burning, but it could be something. I always see them as that. Like again, they're not. But their blood could be infected again, like or because like let's say that second person, the ex that you really don't care for, right? You could think that they're burning anyway and be like, don't come towards me. But this other person, like you could see this person, and even if they look normal, you could be like, I know you sleep around a lot. You could have something. I don't want to fuck with you. But this other person is like, like I said, they're poor. It could be in their blood, and like it not readily known on the surface, and you could be affected in that sort of way. And like I said, I just can't lie to you. I have to tell you things that I see, and like I'm kind of getting that with this, like yeah, there's something about this person. There's something about this person where again, they're the type of zombie that's infected, but you can't readily see it on the surface. So I'm not saying this person is burning, but this whole simple fact that they cause disruptions in your energy, you shouldn't mess with them anyway. But there's a slight chance that for let's say 13% of you, the person who I'm talking about, yeah, they could like, they could just don't sleep with them. You can't sleep with them. They can't sleep with anybody. And I don't know what that looks like because there's any number of things on the spectrum, and I don't want to get too deep into that. It's kind of weird and disgusting, but it could be a thing like that too, where again, some of these people again don't sleep with any of these lower grade people at all. Don't do that. Don't. If you know a person is lower grade, just reject. And even if you have to let them down easy, or we talked about again, someone could have an opportunity for you that again it does not bring you any bad karma. Even if you're doing the work thing again, and that person's like, I'm gonna get you to go on a date. Don't ever go on a date. Just don't. Right? Do the work, get the money, get the girl, grab the money, and run. Get the girl, grab the money. That's a really old song. That's a really off the Menace to Society soundtrack. I don't even know who sings that song. I just used to love that chorus as a kid, and I think it's very derogatory. So don't go playing that song. I think I was again. I just that part of it again is what you're going to want to focus on, male or female, whatever it is. Get the guy or the girl. Get the grab the money and run. That other person. Remember, you're waiting for your emperor, and you already know who that is. So any lower grade people that you might have dealt with in the past, and I'm not saying that they are. They might even be this person. It could just be a metaphor for again. You're not gonna. The devil is. This is the best person that the devil could dress up. That's why I'm just using that metaphor, and I'm saying this person is a zombie, but you can't tell on the surface. But again, just that thing we're using, and blood and diseases, and again, there's nothing that comes through in a reading that is by chance or by accident. So just as a safety, because you already know that again, this person is no good for your physical reality anyway. Don't sleep with any past people that you know are low quality people, right? Don't sleep with anyone that you're not in love with in the first place. It's the energetic cords that you don't need attached. And again, this is the natty philosophy. If you're living by it, again, I've already sworn the covenant with my spirit team that again, I'm not allowed to sleep with people I don't love. So you can imagine how difficult it's going to be for me to disrobe in front of anybody. I'm not allowed to do it. And people are going to say, you're crazy. Or again, they don't hear the divine like I do. That's fine. You can believe that. You're not gonna, that's fine. You go out there, you do whatever you want. Pause. You go, you lick all the buttholes you want. You do all that freaky shit. It's fine. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to. I'm not. If I do, other things will happen. Like I'll get away with that. I'll do it one night. Who cares? Whatever. And then tomorrow I get, I get hit by a car or so. Other bad things will just start happening to me, and I will. People will be like, "Oh my god, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I made that deal. I know what I'm doing. I'm just not allowed to do it. I have to be in love with a person to sleep with them." That's, and it sounds messed up, right? It's like, oh, like I'm gonna just speak to you normally how people would speak to me, like, oh, you ain't getting no pussy out here. It's like I don't care about that. I don't care about what a person does with their vagina, their penis, their genitals. That's your personal business. I don't care. And so again, I'm from the real Snoop Dogg era when Snoop was like, and we don't love these hoes. I'm out the devil. Like, and then I grew up with that. Like, we don't really love these hoes. We really don't. So I'm not really worried about what the hoes do with their things or the guys. I'm really like, I really don't care. And even though I'm out here with everyone, it might seem like I do. I really don't. And that's the only thing. Like again, if you cheat on me, like again, you're losing a real one. Again, you can't hurt me with what you do with your private parts. I don't care what human beings do with their private parts. And where I'm concerned, I can't disrobe in front of anyone that I don't love. It's against the law for me, right? It's against spiritual law, breaking universal law if I do that. And I know that. And the Most High knows that. And that's all the only people that need to know that. Because then when he's smacking me upside the head with Thor's hammer, again, I'm gonna have to take it and act like, oh well, I don't know. I don't know why I just broke my why did I just fall down the stairs like that? I don't ever trip. Yeah. So any low quality people, just don't take it there with them. You can entertain them on any level you want. You can be as nice as you want. Don't take them home. Don't go home with them. Don't be alone with them. Don't kiss them and lead them on. That sort of thing. Again, you have a destiny you're already on. There's Archangel Michael saying, "What, you want me to come get you from this party? I'll come pick you up right now. Ain't nobody gonna touch you if you don't want them to in the first place. Don't I'll swoop down right now." So always keep that in mind. Like I said, you got some broke people, or you again, you know that going towards this energy, you hit up against a broke energy, or you don't get to take the next step like you want to, and then you end up in a situation, Seven of Pentacles, where you're like, damn, everything I did with this person, it's either you're like, I should go back to this thing I was doing, or I invested all of this and I didn't get anything out of it. I got this one thing. I took more losses here than there's a person like that, right? Who the devil wants to put with you. And however this happens, it happens very quickly. Like I said, you get with this person, you're like, okay, cool, you can hang out, whatever, whatever, and then seemingly nothing to do with them, just because you let them back in your energy. You try to take the next step, all of a sudden you're getting rejected. You're like, no, 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 this was a sure thing. It's like, yeah, that's why you did. Energetically, you've affected yourself. There's something on the fringes that shouldn't be there. So again, don't create cords with these people that you don't need at this time. Yet they won't serve you in more ways than you can even see right now. So protect your energy on that level. If you're living like that, please. You don't have to be as extreme with it as Natty, but again, I'll give you the example. Okay, I'm living the very harsh reality of it. Okay, but I'd rather obey the Most High and see what He has in store for me than disobey Him and know exactly what He's gonna have in store for me. That I don't want. I can handle the tests and the trials. I can't handle again that's a Mjolnir smacked down the stairs by the Most High. I've had enough of that in my lifetime, and I'm doing pretty well. I think right now. I'd like to continue on that of not being smacked by the karma. So yeah, and again, you're being protected from whatever this person is or like trying to do, because again, they are experiencing a lot of material tremors, upheaval, turbulence. They're not on steady ground, and if they see again these people, they want to lie about it, or this person, they want to lie about it, and like really all they do is think about you and getting back together with you. They do actually care about you, but they're not healthy for you. They're not a healthy person for you. Their life is not in is even if their life is sort of in order to the degree that your life is, the long term prospects or their long term trajectory isn't. This is a person that can't go where you're going regardless at this time. It would like you'd have to see major drastic change. And again, this is just something I feel like you're going to notice very quickly again with this Knight of Swords. It's not going to take you long to assess that you and a person are not on the same level. And I feel like you don't want to be disrespectful, play them hard. Two of Cups is still here. You don't hate this person. You don't hate them. Devil's using them. I think even if you don't see, you might with this Temperance card again, you might see through. You might have the eyes to see through all evil. You might sense that again. This is a but you're going to let them off easy. In some cases, you're even going to let them know that they're being used, but you might not tell them directly, like, oh, Satan's got a hold of you. But I don't know, you might have a funny way of telling them, like, anyway, why don't you want to? You're so amazing. Why aren't you even focusing on your own life right now? You know all the things you like. You could just turn them away with something to think about. And just even that over time, again, breaks the bond or the hold that has over them. Right? Could be something like that. Because actually, you don't want to even want to play this person hard. You see exactly who they are and like what they're about and the position they're in, and you're sort of like, well, what am I gonna do here, right? This person doesn't know that they're like again they think it's just an apology and they want to get you and they don't see that again they're being sent if you take them on you can see the long-term journey they're going to hurt you they don't see that part of it they would act accordingly too like I'm sorry I didn't know and they don't mean it they wouldn't know but again this person is still an agent of the darker one they're being used whether they know it or not and you kind of feel sorry for them and you're just kind of going to let them off easy and I feel like you're going to try to again use one of your little beams of light to sort of knock that cause that demon a little damage the person's going to see it or feel it and know and eventually they're going to brush that off over time I feel like but this is also a process right it's not you talk to someone over the phone in one night they come towards you they tell you everything you break it down and roll credits this could be again you could have any number of weeks of correspondence with a person where again it seems like something's going to happen and no and whatever and then you let them down easier or whatever but I feel like you go into this because you're moving so fast also this gives you the feeling of like something to slow down for so like or you're paying attention right even though you're doing it very quickly you're like again, you could be this person could be in and out of your energy in maximum a week or two, right? They come in hot, you're talking, they think it's going to be something. It seems like it from their end, and then eventually you're like, I'm not on that level or whatever, doing that anymore. When they finally try to shoot their shot or whatever that looks like, and it doesn't work out. Mind you, this could also be the person again. They could contract you to do something, and you're telling them that again at any time I could leave. There's no real attachment here, and again, this is something where someone's in your energy and then they're out just as quickly, and they can't come back in. You made them swear that again you could do this at any time, then you end up again whatever this is, you don't end up with this person, even though you do kind of care about them or like you don't want anything bad to happen to them. Again, you do have the Two of Cups for them in the upright too, but they're just not your person, and you know that. And yeah, we're seeing through them right now. Yeah, wow, I didn't say judgment on the bottom. Like I said, you're gonna know. You see through this, not because you're trying to, just because you do. And just be careful again. Exes, that really, really nasty ex that's gonna try to act like, oh, nothing ever happened between us. We mean you don't want me back. And then this person who, again, they're doing a bad thing. But again, they're trying to escape their reality, which is bad, right? Just don't disrobe in front of any of these people because even in the minor arcana, this isn't love exactly. It's not love yet. It's not the lovers. This is an undeniable attraction between us that again, it's like an elephant in the room. We might have to acknowledge it, but it's not natural love. This is an earthly force too. It's not universal. Um, I'm gonna just clarify who. Oh, they're fighting. See, and that's what I'm saying. Oh, wow, the last. It's like, who is all this happening to? It's like the person in the Five of Wands. I'm like, who are all these people around? Like, oh no, it's a particular person. Like I said, they have what are we seeing here? Seven of Swords. What? Listen, and that was domino, motherfucker. Because yeah, they still got something else going on, sneaky. They have a person or something again, and this came out the last time too. Like again, they're running from a person that they're hiding, and that person's also. I don't know what this is. Like they're running from each other, but they're inexplicably linked. They can't ever. There's an energetic thread that's always going to connect them. They can't run fully from a person. But like I told you, this is like they're fighting with someone and they're sneaking away to come see you. And this is exactly the right or wait. Again, it's the army is fighting in the corner, and that's why the guy has the swords. He's back at the base, stealing the weapons that he's supposed to bring in as reinforcements, and then the army loses. And that's the whole thing, like you're doing something sneaky, or you have another sneaky plan, or you're working with the enemy behind the back of the people you should be helping. You're supposed to be over here fighting the war with us, but you're snuck off back to the base to go do some sneaky shit. And again, it's exactly like that. They're fighting with this person in the distance, but they're sneaking off to come see you. They've got a whole plan again, and it's dangerous because in the Seven of Swords they hold the swords by the tip. So if you're running with sword again, you could slice your fingers off, fall right there, bleed to death. The army's gonna come back, know you were a traitor, see you dead. Like again, there's a huge margin for error in this, right? And Not that you die in the tarot, but that's an energetic death, being caught, being sneaky. Now you have to answer for that in a reality. And who wants to have a dressing down from the entire community because, again, you were stealing the money or you cheated on your wife and got caught or whatever you were doing in this Seven of Swords energy. So this person, again, they're doing something sneaky or weird, and it's against another person that they have a natural conflict with. And in this the Five of Wands is, it's only two people. Normally it's a group of people, so there could still be other people involved in this that we can't see, but mainly it's like we saw last time. That person sees them as a cheater and a player, and they see that they're both looking for other people, while the Queen of Swords in reverse in the middle, they both hate and fight with each other. And this is happening again in this reading today, where again this person's coming up. There's a 3% chance that I saw them, and it's just more evidence that it is this person again. It's like an energetic fingerprint that I can definitely recognize. So this is that person again. They could contract you to do some kind of work or something, but you don't stay there long, or it doesn't build to the full degree, even though the resources or whatever payment or you get something out of this, but you leave it kind of half finished on the table, and everyone knows that it's a possibility that you're walking into this thing with, again, I could do this at any moment. I could leave this thing on the table. So like I said, it could be someone that you just hang out with, entertain for a while, but then again, it doesn't go all the way. I try to tell you, my Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, it's pain, and overall 10 of Swords. So again, there's an ending here that someone's trying to escape, run away from, run towards you to get away from, and it's still ending in an ending. Or they're still thinking, again, the thing that looms overhead, the great sword of Damocles, is that, again, it's going to all be 10 of Swords. Even if you entertain this person, again, you're probably not going to go the distance with them. And how this 10 of Swords is here, but not here. It's in between the sneaky behavior and the heartbreak. Again, it could all end. It could all end. It's definitely a looming thought in the background that could take shape. It's already there, but someone's going to do as much as they can in the physical to try to mitigate those consequences. But again, Two of Pentacles is always going to be, again, that feeling in the background that something is wrong or could definitely go wrong, right? We're just doing the dance. Pay attention to me, not what you see back there. But back there is a damn tragedy. A tsunami just hit those people, and they're all gone. This person wants to act like we should just go to the circus now. Like, I'm going to go home and cry. Is, again, how the energy of the card, not necessarily like, again, this is all energetic. Don't actually cry. Yeah, and just, again, third parties. This person could still also be, like, again, drinking and entertaining the crowd, and they're not pure enough to come towards you. They're not. This person hasn't been doing the dark night of the soul like you for. No, they're gonna come towards you the night before. The night before, they're all out all night drinking with the people and the persons that they don't even like. Again, keeping up appearances and trying to wear the mask. So that person is also, like I said, they're out, and they know that, but people gonna try shit. People gonna try shit. All right. I'll just throw some UAs, and again, I won't keep you guys here much longer. How long have we even been here? 137 minutes. Jeez Louise. Always feels like an hour. And we won't even do that many UAs. We're just gonna do just a few, just a few, just a few. Me too. I'm not mad at anyone. I try to say, I hope they're not against me, because again, I'm with the divine. And divine is sworn to protect me always and forever. So I don't want people like running up on me thinking that I'm alone. They're going to be in a lot of trouble. I pray that they're over there finding the divine too, and he's staying with them and protecting them also. I think they might have the wrong idea of thinking, again, coming for me would be the thing to do. I'm here with the divine. I'm fine. Like, I don't want the angelic host to have to swoop down on you, and you don't want that either. But again, people are like, angelic host, yo, you do. Again, whatever. I'm gonna leave. Whatever happens after I'm gone, you guys can believe whatever you want after that. Like I said, I do the same thing. I pray for everybody to win. I don't care even if you went against me. Maybe again there was something that you didn't see. That's fine. Hopefully you'll mature. But I've already made my covenant with the divine. Like I said, they already promised to. Again, Archangel Michael. Again, you want me to come pick you up right now? Again, I don't want to have to call Big Bro to come pick me up. Everybody's going to be in trouble. So whatever that looks like to people, whatever they want to believe and think it's a joke, or whatever, people who knew me in the past, or whatever that looks like, I don't really care. Like I said, don't just run up on me like that, because I'm not alone. I'm with the divine. And again, it's not going to go well for you. Doesn't matter what three-dimensional circumstances look like. Even if you think in the moment you defeated me, again, it won't go that way for you. Won't live the rest of your life where, again, you're in the winner's energy. So I already know that and accepted that, and I don't care what challenges come towards me. Again, you're making a mistake. You don't have to believe me. Again, you're making a mistake. That's all. I'm going to speak very seriously, and I'm not going to hold back or take back what I just said. No, divine is a real thing. We're really together, and they sworn to protect me. And if you go against me, again, I'll just leave. Whatever happens, again, don't come to me later and say, "Yo, I don't care. I don't care. It happened to you, and it's gonna happen every time." So find divine and make sure you're with him and you're protected, so that again people can't come against you. That's the main thing. And I'll never come against them. So if my enemies do that, again, we could all probably meet up one day and be cool. But if it's gonna be this game of everyone going for each other, again, I'm gonna stay over here with God, and we'll see how the situation gets sorted out. I give you my word. We don't make promises here. You will not remain in the winner's energy. You just won't. Not gonna explain it or because it doesn't. I don't care if it doesn't make sense to you. Live long enough, you'll see. You won't win. Okay, you're being seen as reckless, but whatever you're doing, it's gonna work. That's what people don't know. That's what they don't get. And after this all works out for you, there could be like a extended period of like just like again, like a finally like again you actually get a weekend off or something. Like you could actually get a like a because you've been working hard, you've been going hard, and this has all been a part of your healing, and you have been getting your rest too. And but this could really be like a like really just take your brain, put it in this jar, and just relax. It could really be a time something is going to happen for you, and it's going to sort of put you in a position if you get a moment to observe the landscape. Now, whatever you're doing to bring this about right now is saying don't stop doing it, no matter how weird, outlandish, reckless, no matter how experimental it seems. Stay at this thing, because again, everyone's looking at this thing. 100 people, nobody can see what you see, and like I said, that's going to be very important. This non-conformist method of thinking, that again, you're thinking on a high level. You may not have a degree or whatever, or even if you do, again, based off the criteria that you specialize in, again, you have these sort of outlandish thoughts that still work. And the only reason people can say anything is because right now there's no way to fully prove what you're doing or what you're saying or whatever, but it's coming. It only seems reckless now until it happens, and it's going to happen for you. And you're like focusing on the thing and taking the, again, you pow, I need that. You're Sagittarius. You're lighting on fire the things that you need. You're not recklessly setting fires in the environment, or you're not like Leo. You're not like setting a fire and waiting for the things to come towards you. You're being proactive in whatever this is. So whatever that reckless thing is, keep it up, because it leads to, again, some type of abundance, or something comes in for you, and then you get a short period of like, okay, catch my breath. I actually did that work. You don't have to be so exhausted. You don't have to like like it's like the end of the season. It's off season for a second here, and then you get to prepare for season two. But you get some time to relax your muscles, and again, you don't have to run up and down the court today and go to practice and team meetings. And right now, you're doing that over and over and over again. And again, you're in it. You love it. It's fine. But there's going to come a time where you win and you get to ease off for a second and sort of reassess where you want to go from here. This is going to be a very healing time for you. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Isolation, the cave. Yeah, there's going to be, again, you're going into the cave, into the chamber of isolation and healing. But that's only after you take some type of reckless action that pays off. People could think what you're doing is dangerous, dangerous to not only you, other people, risky. You're taking repetitive, risky action in people's eyes. Again, and you could be coming off a little cookie, right? Because people don't understand what you're doing. And again, if you work, it's a specialized criteria. You're working outside of that, and it's like it's making sense, but people can't really, because they can't do that. Again, it's like, are you crazy, or like what are you even doing? Like, but it's working. It's like you're not crazy, but like why would you even stay in that energy, right? And if you're a person who doesn't have a degree in something, and you're doing all your research and compiling the data, and again, what you're saying actually makes sense, and under the right scrutiny, the right expert is going to say, no, I can actually work with this, right? I can work with. I need to refine it, or so. It's like you writing a book and you giving it to the editor, and it's like really rough. But they read the story and they're like, no, this is actually like okay, like I'll proofread it myself. But yeah, maybe we can do something with this. It's like that is coming. right? It's going to come across the right person's desk. It's not going to seem risky or whatever. It's going to just going to seem like it needs tweaking. It just wasn't put together by an expert, but all the criteria is there. If an expert was to go over these notes, you could easily trace this out or build this thing out easily. The blueprint at the very least. Yeah, leave this on my desk. I'll take care of it. Give me something like that coming up. Or again, you just taking the action yourself, and eventually, eureka moment, breakthrough. You take a thing to market your damn self, and it's the same result. And it's going to be like, okay, finally, like a moment to breathe. Also, I'm hearing for your enemies, you're gonna make it hard to breathe for them. You got stuck in a nut. What is it? It was real hard for you to breathe, huh? What's that, juvenile? You a baby chaser, you got your block on fire, remain in the G until the moment you like you're gonna go hard for whatever this is. You're making something out of nothing. You're keeping it G, and you're not crying in the suffering. Again, king or queen of the fools. You're failing, winning again. Compile this data. I'm going to create something, a beautiful formula out of all this. Again, you got the block on fire. You're remaining in G, male or female, no genders here, until the moment that, again, till it's sink or swim, it's a fight until it's over, right? And you're turning seemingly, again, this is a box of scraps that you had in a cave, and you're turning it into freaking Iron Maiden and Iron Man. And it seems reckless and dangerous at this time, but it's going to pay off. All right. I know that was a rant, and like I said, dreams coming true, more than one blessing, getting what you want, multiple wishes, do a deluxe combo of manifestations. Don't stop anything you're doing. I know I just said that. You got your block on fire. Yeah, we because it's just gonna turn into horn tutelage. And with the hot wings metaphor and you being like, again, spirit knows this is exactly, yeah, again, psychic intuition, mastery, you're on the divine frequency. And this came, remember when it, no, this better not be that. This better not be that. Okay. Remember yesterday? Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago when you came in, you were the otherworldly intellect, UFO, alien. You can basically having your way with the reality right now. Make sure you're using the energy properly. Again, the spirit or strength of heaven is within you. Again, don't waste it type of energy. Remember, this is, it's saying in a nutshell, you're still that. You're still at the pinnacle of your intellect right here. Again, nothing's changed, right? This is, again, it does. I can put it here, but the divine frequency connection. That's the same thing as the spirit family. Again, that's the universal mind at work, or again, you and the other entities that are on this frequency vibration. Again, you're all in alignment, communicating. Again, you get a good idea, they get good ideas. It's all like part of the universal radio station. You're all hearing the positive frequencies. Yeah, you guys are all the universal mind in motion. Again, divine intellect. Oh, I did. I put it. Universal perception, self-awareness cannot be subject to illusion or manipulation because again, divine guidance. So you're still at the pinnacle of your again your intellectual mastery right here. And not to say that you're being very rigid. You are operating out of your heart space too, because again, I see this thing you're taking reckless action on is something that you care about, right? You could be in your masculine energy, but you're treating this thing with a very feminine touch. It's very delicate. You don't want it to be damaged or broken. But again, the experimental part of it is very masculine. You have to actually show up and like take an action on a thing. But the manifestation overall, again, you're taking your time with it. And again, everything popped and fell. Ascension, the ladder, self-driven. It's what I'm saying right now. Where you're in this energy, you're whatever this thing is, you're doing it. Keep doing it. Don't stop. You're gonna hit a wall or a ceiling that you eventually bust through unexpectedly and end up in a room that you never even knew existed or imagined that you would be in. I mean, we're not gonna take all of these, but there are some good things here. You're taking off. It's causing backfires. Two, again, the energy vampires. You're making the game look too easy. And here's more of, again, evidence of your mastery. And because of this reason, your plans more than likely coming into fruition. Now, you could feel like, again, you're not operating with a lot of resources or whatever that looks like, but you don't need resources. You have divine strength. So again, just keep taking action on the thing that you're doing. It just like in the cosmic casino, it's gonna feel like, oh, this is my last bet. You place that bet, boom, jackpot. Like I said, you're gonna bust through a ceiling or a wall that you didn't even know you could go through at the moment when it feels like, again, it's as dark as it's been. um, yeah, it's important. Again, no matter what the three-dimensional circumstances look like, here it is again. At this time, the strength of heaven flows through you, so don't waste it. just if you can, again, if you're tired and you can do it tired, do it. If you're hungry and you can do it hungry, do it, and so on and so forth, etc., etc. You're gonna have that breakthrough. Um, I would say beware of the people that are trying to hold you back, but again, the very next card says that you are prepared for them. You're prepared to hurt them. Again with your wins or your vibration or again whatever that you're not physically hurting anyone, but again, should you try to constrict or restrict me, again, remember, I'm the rebel nonconformist. Again, snakes don't choke me. I choke snakes in the jungle for fun. Like, this is what I do. I'm a guerrilla fighter. Like, I know about all those cobras, and I know how to survive out there. You're not don't do it. I'll bust you like this glass, right? This you try to hold. I'll shatter you like this glass. Snake, rhinoceros, lion, whatever that is. Again, I'm the guerrilla rebel fighter that lives in this jungle environment. Like, I know what I'm doing out here. Again, I'm riding elephants and wearing lion and tiger skin draws. Male or females, no genders here. But again, don't make me do this to you. I don't want to do it. Right? Just like they say, let that person cook. Just they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, right? This person can get real rowdy if they want to. The fact that they're not doing it, don't take that as a sign of weakness. Could be the like, don't do this. Don't do this. This will end up them, and this will be you. Even though you started as this and you thought this was them, they're like, don't do that to this person. They're gonna flip it on you, right? It's general consensus of the environment. I feel like if people are not being told, again, it's like a thing that's felt and known, unspoken. It's like just leave that person alone. Again, it could be dangerous. Different degrees of danger. But again, leave that person alone. They're no fool. Again, you can't outsmart them or manipulate them. Don't play games with them. You're going to be the one that's caught in the web and exposed and then acting crazy after. So just don't do it. I know you like to get down on people. I know you like to think you see easy targets, and you can just don't do it to that person. It could be the again. And while you're left alone to your own devices, you're going to be the rocketeer serving backfires, making it look easy, reaping your abundance, and again, noticing that the Most High is with you, and all you got to do is strike when the iron's hot. And that's what I got for you. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of people as useless clowns out here. Again, you see these people, the cobra. Didn't I say be it cobra or again, you see these people. Again, you're built for this again guerrilla warfare jungle lifestyle. Again, you're the one that they don't want it with. And that's what I got for you. Ooh, do I have one? Oh, do I have a water? Oh boy. Oh, you're welcome, Sonny. Come on. You already know. I was gonna do it anyways. You're welcome. Again, sending all my love and again blessings. You know me. I like to be able to help in any way that I can, and of course, God bless. You already know. Sending blessings and all my love that I can send. I do hope that this is again clarity, torches in the dark, so that again when you show up in these scenarios, you're not just being blindsided by any and anything that could, everyone and anything that could just happen to you randomly, right? Because like we always say, Natty might not be there at that time, and you might not be watching the video at that time, but you might get a feeling like, deja vu. Isn't this a story I heard before? Oh, Natty said, oh, they're about to fuck up right now. I'm about to go outside and jump in the waterfall. So it's like the information is already sort of coded into your brain, and like again, when the alarm bells start ringing, you'll naturally recall what's going on. Again, I just don't want you blindsided in the dark by life anymore. Now that you've met me in the great year of 2026. So yeah, again, I hope it brought clarity. This is what I have for you guys today. Again, you know, nobody loves you, Natty loves you. But yeah. What can I say? I mean, this wasn't a bad one. This is again, it wasn't a warning like the last one. This was more like informational and sort of you're like a badass. Like yeah, like again, don't play with this person or like, you're in control. You're in control. That's seen and known. And again, people who are no, I feel like they got to know. Again, you're not like being overt with it. You're sticking to yourself, and your criteria is working, and it can't be denied. So again, it's serving its own backfires and whatever that looks like. You don't have to go outside and see people and engage, right? People are wondering where you are, and every time they hear about you or whatever that is, they get an energetic cord again. It's a step up, a step up, a step up. So you just stay, yeah, just stay on your. You're in the optimal energy. Stay on your vibe. Don't let them influence you. And yeah, no, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Again, this was just more like it didn't. I don't know. Spirit was just like hitting us with some cold hard facts and shit. And then your energy was kind of speaking to like again, you're very smart. You see what's going on. You're there, and your energy is here, and you're both like again, you're in alignment. Your higher self is like, no, 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 no. They see, we know, again, your telepathic messages coming from the screen to the board right back to me. Like, there's, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? I'm talking to you, you're talking to me, and you're talking to me. And you're seeing you talk to me, and you're laughing and saying, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Your higher self is right here. And laughing just like you do and agreeing and saying, yeah, more. And you see what I'm saying? You're in, you get it. This one gets it. This one gets it, right? You got some hot wings tomorrow. Again, your spirit teams will be having a blast. And again, now we see that because you're turning on the other lights, the other spirit teams are showing up at your doorstep. Like, wait, I gotta meet this person. Like, who is this? Who is this person that has my person like going crazy? Now, I actually have work on the docket. I haven't had work on the docket the whole time that my person's been here. A couple times when they're like early 20s or whatever, but again, they've been on this other path, and I've been just trying to help them out. But this person, your person, has their lights turning on. No, now I've actually, like, I'm an angel at work now. Like, it's, they've been down here again. They've been down here 2 weeks. So there's that, and there's other, again, people's members of people's ancestry, their spirit teams, and their angels that peeking on you again when right before you wake up. Not that they abandon their person, but again, they want to get the news of like what's going on with you. And your spirit team is like, you can observe this person, but you can't be up in here. You don't try to influence it. This is not your person, right? Like, no, we're okay. All right, you're good. You're good. Okay, yeah, you can watch them. Look, it's about to be amazing when they get up. Like, it's that sort of thing. They're allowing people to see the person that's again triggering all this change, positive change in their people. So again, you've got divine assistance coming in from all over. Another person's angel hearing someone talk ill about you in passing could follow that person for 3 days to make sure they don't act on it. And again, your spirit team is like, I was okay, sure. It's protection for all of us. I get it. Yeah, no, do the thing like that. They want you protected because again, you're important to their person's timeline now. And again, their person was walking thus far on their timeline. And again, that sort of angelic work wasn't open to their spirit team because they weren't tapping in, and now they're tapping in, right? By again being more ambitious, or again convincing themselves that again there's work and sleep, and again there's the system, but what about what I want to do? And it's like, yeah, I always wanted to, and then boom, breakthrough. That is granting you a higher level of spiritual protection guidance, again, that you weren't, well, I don't want to say you weren't on that level before, but again, it's becoming more, I can see it in your readings now. So again, they're definitely in your bedroom, or again wherever you go to do your thing, they're there with you, and they want to be a positive force for you. So, you know, thank the divine and all that. Just know when you're praying, again, it's to an even bigger angel. So, say a few extra words of gratitude or whatever that looks like, or, it's going to go a long way. It's just like saying, now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. That's not a real prayer. No, but it is, because in a world where nobody prays, again, the divine is going to cherish that. And you're like, oh my gosh, you spoke my name. They're gonna and people are gonna wonder why. Well, you always seem to be, yeah, because I have divine assistance. Because again, what you don't see is before I go to bed, I tap in just in case, just in case. I'm like, you guys good? I'm good. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Again, bless the people, bless me. I had a good day. Hopefully tomorrow's a good day. Just that. People are like, it's not the correct way to pray. No, no, it is in a world where nobody prays. Remember, nobody's calling. No one's on the line like breaker breaker 1-9. Again, these signals are dead. The first person to pick up the radio and be like, does this thing work? They're gonna hear everyone, yeah, yeah, we're here. What? Do you need something? No, no. They're gonna wonder why you got such a quick response. No, just because you simply picked up the radio and said something. That's what nobody does. Remember, they're falling asleep. The TV's watching them. Are you still watching? They're not praying to God. They're waking up tired, like, oh, I'm gonna go in the bedroom. I'm going to the room, scroll the phone, close it, go back to sleep. Was a prayer had? No. Did I get up the next day, shower, go to work? Yes. Did I do that for 1900 days straight? Yes, I did. Did something happen? And I said, oh my God, please save me. Did he save me? No. Why? Because you have 1900 days logged in of never saying shit. The minute you got in trouble, now the whole universe should bend. It's never going to work like that. Remember, pray before you go there. The protection will follow you. If you have to call the police after the tragedy, it's going to be 911 response time. And again, you're going to have to help the person until the ambulance gets there. So know the difference. It's working the same way as in the world of men. And people are going to constantly wonder why you seem to be protected. Why is that? Because again, you're tapping in. It's very simple. Again, and maybe we'll get it like the Muslims, again, 5 times a day, face to the floor, always to the eat. This is professional prayer, in my opinion. But even if you're not going to get it to that level, again, the rest of the people, nobody ever prays. They don't ask for nothing. They could solo this whole life, get on our deathbeds and be like, okay, forgive me. Maybe. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I'm saying You won't be in that position if you're doing the work every day. It won't take for you to be like, I know I've done something. No, no, I've been with you this whole time. Where are we going now? If this is my last one, I mean, I told you yesterday I was with you. Like, I'm not afraid. Or again, it's going to be a different energetic experience. So don't let them fool you into thinking, again, it's not the right way or you're wayward because you don't want to go to church. And no, 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 no. Those same people, again, if they're not in church, they don't ever talk to God. And again, they're rude with the servers and they do all that shit. Right, and they think they're the greatest people in the world, but again, they forget that it's a separate consciousness, right? You can convince yourself all the while that God is one thing, and again, He's gonna be like how I'm talking to you now. If He doesn't like something, He's gonna tell you. You can't be like because you it felt good to you, you thought it was okay. It definitely won't work like that. So insights. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, every day, just a little bit. Yeah, gratitude. Just it takes 2 seconds. It literally goes a long way. I'm telling you, there are so few people who tap in. And the easiest way, and don't do this to people because it'll embarrass them. When they're getting all high and mighty, just say the simple words, be like, recite your prayers for me. The first thing you're gonna hear is what? Don't repeat the question. No, if you knew it when I said it, you would just say it. No, because they don't have one. They gotta think they're scrambling. They can try to make one up on the spot. Like, no, I say this every night. No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't have one. They don't have one. Me, I'm prepared. I know my prayers off by heart. I say them all the time. So that's how you're. That's one way that you can know. But if you do that to people in the public, they're gonna again like activating their demons, and they're gonna actually come for you. You're gonna start an argument, a fight in the room. They're gonna find another reason, turn apples into oranges, and the next point you try to make, they're gonna contest it and try to fight you. It's a very simple way. Is just say to someone, "Hey, oh yeah, you're saying, oh yeah, recite to me your prayers." What? Yeah, because they don't have any. They don't. If you were to say someone, give me a ride home, they'd start the car and drive you home. I don't need to. I know how to drive. I don't. This no hesitation. Again, they can't just recite their prayers if they need a moment. It's because again, they don't know them off by heart. They don't have them. They weren't prepared for anyone to ever think of that. So, all right, the family going crazy. I'm probably gonna have to go out there and join the fun. But yeah, uh, Friday youth teach virtue. What was that? Friday night youth virtue. Exactly. That the teacher. Exactly. Exactly. So an easy way to catch them off guard, or again, if you're finding yourself having to just be silent while people carry on with a bunch of nonsense, just say to yourself, "I wonder if they can recite their prayers." And again, it'll give you a lot more ease. It'll put you back in your divine energy. Like, oh yeah, no, and potentially around degenerates. And just again, but this is one way to know. Um, I love you too, Tyreek. And again, thank you for tuning in. And again, you guys, all the likes are there. Again, I do these lives and I can't even believe that people tune in for this amount of time. Again, I do, but again, just thank you guys. Again, you don't know, you guys have helped me. I think, did I say it in the members? I think so. I said it again, you guys have helped me put a lot of things to bed where I've spoken about things and now I don't think about them anymore because I'm like, again, I never had someone to talk to or felt like, I don't know, the conversation we have, we really bounce ideas. Like out here in the real world, it's very hard to find people, let alone like 90 people right now that you could do that with. So again, thank you guys too. I've said this a million times here. Again, it's not just me. You're changing my, again, I don't get angry. I can actually make a covenant with God where I can say, okay, I won't sleep with anyone that I don't love. Because it's like, okay, I got these other like 100 people. It's like, what if they got like things too that they don't do? And like, how is that? Again, you make me think about myself in a different way. And again, it compels me to, again, be more in my, again, my divine energy. So I can't thank you. I don't have anyone in the real world that like keeps me on point like that. So don't think it's just me. Again, I need you guys too, or I at least feel in my heart of hearts, in my mind of minds, in my spirit that again, without you in the inner sanctum of my chamber, I can't imagine you not being in the inner sanctum of my chambers now that I have you there. I remember what life was like before that, and I would never trade how I feel now that I know you and we're connected like this for anything. I woke up the other day, you guys were like hitting me with like comment after comment after comment. I had to call. I was like, yo, yeah, I love you guys. I couldn't I have to make a mass post because again, I need to let you guys know. Again, when I wake up in the morning, this is the first thing that I'm experiencing. It's like, damn, I can't. I'm making coffee, my hands are shaking. I'm not used to this. So again, thank you guys also too, and just know that again, I'm saying that I really like this is as close as I can get to. Again, you guys can all see me. But I'm letting you know that it's like very. Would go on. I am going on an epic rant or tangent right now, and it would be too easy to. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You really have no idea how I actually use this mentality every day, and I'm the king of cups now. I'm like emotionally controlled and taking accountability. Like I'm a totally different person, and it's really because I can think of at least 100 people who like it's not even like leading by example. It's like again, I read your story every day. I see what you're striving for, and you guys are the ones that showed me again that I was part of the collect. This is also what I'm striving for. So if we're all doing this again, I can't leave the again. I'm in the car, silly goose. I can't get out to just argue with a person or that change my. I gotta stay. I gotta be like this. I know that there's people already doing it. It's the proof that I needed to just again take my mask off and be the divine person I always thought I should be. Step out into the world the way God was always telling me to, and just be who I am. That's you guys got me on that line too. Again, yes, amen. Yes, all you guys. Again, it's a very important thing that you know that it's not just me to you. There's a huge energy of you to me, and I take this when I turn the camera off and I'm out there. You're still considered. I pray you guys are in my prayers. I throw readings for you guys all day that you never see. I do my reading, then I'll do readings for you. Then I'll be like, how's this all I'm just look again. I'm doing geophysicists. I'm doing again because you guys have showed me a thing, and it's very important now that again one day we won't all be here. So let's do this thing now that we're here, right? And that's how I feel about it. So yeah, again, it's super natty, baby, coming at you. Again, there is no universe where nobody loves you, and if you even feel like that, you've already taken my hand if you're here. And again, we're already in the car, silly goose. We've already fallen in love with ourselves again, the divine. And we're just trying to see how far up this mountaintop we can drive, right? We are on the highest timeline. We got to build. No, I'm not. I'm going to be here. Again, much to the detriment of the demons. No, Nadi is here to stay. So, again, we're just going to do the thing together, guys. Again, there's no universe where nobody loves you. If it feels like that, again, you're already with me. And if it's just even me and you, if you're watching this and you're just watching this, it's just me and you. Again, we're gonna go there together. We're gonna build out the timeline together. You don't even if you don't comment, doesn't matter. If you're just watching it, we're going there. You're already together. I give you my word. We don't make promises here. They're useless. I'm giving you my word. We're doing this. We're building it out. We're already here. So again, you guys be blessed, highly favored. Love yourselves first. They don't want that. They want your power for useless and frivolous means. Put it on yourself. Self love, self care. Do your hair first, your nails first. Pick out your nice outfit first. Get your feet done first. Do all of that. Again, put the love on yourself first. And then worry about it. Secure your oxygen mask and then worry about the people and what they're doing. And again, know that you're divinely loved, protected, guided, created, and favored in the game. And yeah, I mean, what else can we say? Greatest story ever told. We'll be back again for another one. In the meantime, like I said, love yourselves, be kind, check on your loved ones and your peoples too, because of just the general backdrop of the world. Again, mental health and spiritual health and emotional health is very important at this time. So just make sure everybody's good. And yes, spread that agape. And again, know that Natty loves you beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I'll be back at my earliest convenience and we'll do this again. So yeah, you'll definitely see me again.